And good evening, one and all, and welcome back to the Blue Rose Respite. You were lost and now you are found, and you are all most welcome here. Thank you so much for joining me tonight, guys. We're already off on an amazing start. Oh my god, you guys. Firstly, Scarlet Kingdom, thank you so much for your 8-month resub. I really appreciate it. Deadpool72897 for your 5-month resub. Oh my god, thank you so much. Shadowhand2049 for your 2-month resub. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And Hayden Parke gifting out 5 community subs to my amazing Twitch subs. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And Shadowhand2049 with cheering 250 bits. We have a level 3 hype train going, guys, and I've only been on camera for like less than 5 minutes. So we're off to a really good streak tonight. But thank you so much, you guys. Oh my god. You have no idea how much I appreciate it. It's been a long, tiring week, and this has just made my day. So thank you so much. Mwah. Oh my god, you guys are absolutely amazing. Who knows? Maybe it will give us luck with Milo. Who knows? Anything could happen tonight. Okie dokie Loki. I still pursue my beautiful white whale that is Milo. I love them so much. I love them so much. So fingers crossed, tonight I'm feeling lucky. But let us see who is in the chat this evening. We have Liam, how's it going? Welcome back. The Wolf Warrior, Hayden Parke, of course. Scarlet Kingdom, welcome back, my dear. So good to see you again. Shadow Fang, how's it going? Storyteller Bree, Samuel. Oh god, Deadpool, how's it going? Welcome back. Talon, how's it going? And Shadowhand2049, absolutely amazing. Alucard Van Helsing, welcome back, always good to see you. And Comstein Druff, how's it going? So glad you could make it tonight. Oh my god, you guys are amazing. But yes, I love this game. You guys love this game. I have downloaded the DLC, which will give us awesome work, guys. We got an amazing level 2 hype train to completion, and we're still on the menu screen. You guys are absolutely incredible. So thank you so much. You have no idea how much I appreciate it. Yes, there is DLC. It's more for cosmetic options, but I decided to turn it on for going forwards because we've already romanced all of our available options with varying degrees of success. So fingers crossed we'll be lucky tonight. Who knows, maybe a change of costume would have been the magic that's been needed. Thinking of that, I should have changed to my other plaid shirt. Fuck! I'll try to remember for next week. Sorry, guys. Yes, but this team is absolutely amazing. They're always planning new stuff, new DLC, all that good stuff. Hang on, adjust my mic because I'm a professional, so you guys can actually hear me. That's better. Just checking everything's all good. Doing that. Okay, let us get started. I just want to date Milo so badly. Is that too wrong? Okay, just because we didn't date Milo in the first run through, so I'm going to try and pursue them with my entire heart and soul. I've got my vodka, I've got my plaid, I've got you guys. This might be the winning combination. Please work. I crave that skeleton booty. But let us begin. Ah, Camp Spooky, the stage of some of our dearest summers. Back then, we were young and unafraid. With school far away, everything seemed possible as the sun embraced us on our way to camp. I literally just said Milo because I read Liam's comment, like, and I'm not talking about that great Aussie drink. I should make some Milo. Fuck vodka, I need to make Milo. I have Milo now. Maybe when I take a break halfway through the stream to quench my thirst, I'll mix up some Milo. Yes. Yes. Or maybe I should just down the rest of my vodka and go make Milo. No, that's a bad idea. I shouldn't do that. I need to be responsible. Summer has that distinct power, doesn't it? You live for the days while the nights inebriate you with possibilities. Hayden, thank you so much for the hydrate check. I'm getting started nice and early. I've got my full Brita filter here with me. Filled to the brim with water because I'm going to be so fucking dehydrated while playing this game. Yep, and Deadpool, I never plan on getting tipsy or blasted on stream. It's not my style. I just like to have a drink on occasion to just kind of relax and have a good time. And with a game as cheeky as Monster Camp, I think it's kind of like befitting of the atmosphere as well. Hey, Steel Monkey 31, you haven't missed anything at all. We were literally just getting started, so you're not late in the slightest. Take a seat and enjoy yourself. And Jimmy the Pops, thank you for the hydrate check, because good lord, I'm gonna need it tonight. And Daniel, thank you so much for the host. I really appreciate it, and glad you could make it this evening. It's like life could take a turn at every corner, and for us, it did. Okay, what am I feeling? What am I feeling? I love red. I like playing as Blue though. She's so cute. And yes, I am just gonna name her after myself because I'm just self-inserting and that leads to a higher success rate. Yeah. And right pronouns.
This'll be fun.
Okay. We've got some good options here. Oh my god. I need that violin. I need that violin in my life so bad. Like, I actually need that. God damn it. Smallest violin, penguin mask, magma trekking boots, chest 2, colouring Hawaiian shirt, spork, vampire sun hat, business anal paste, pinata pool toy. Yes. All of these options are great. I think, because we've learnt in the past that, the butt is always the correct answer. I think the sun hat, the anal paste, and the violin are probably the best options. So let's go violin. And actually, I'm going to pack the pinata pool toy. I think we need some fun in there as well. And they're always about living life to the fullest. One might say that the Monster Prom had hardened us on the highs and lows of love. But no, in love we're always absolute beginners, and summer camp was no different. No one talked about it, but the idea of a summer love loomed over our heads. Close to last day of camp, there was a meteor shower happening just 3 weeks away. Everyone knew that if you were into someone, you were going to watch that damn thing together. And so, a silent yet powerful pressure invaded us. It was the Monster Prom all over again. Everything seemed uncertain. Everything but one thing. whoever we were asking on the media shower date, it was probably going to be one of the 6 coolest people on that bus. Joy Johnson Jajima, a badass witch who wanted to chill a bit after saving the world countless times. Aravi Mishra, a hot-headed adventurer possessed by a curse who had turned out to be the most annoying roommate ever. Calculus to Hewlett Picard, a library computer who had become a sentient robot ready to experience life to its fullest. Dahlia Aquino, a buff blue demon and warmonger who had set her sights on conquering summer next. Damien LeVay, a fearless demon with a taste for destruction and a love of fire. And Milo Belladonna, a Death Reaper doubling as an internet influencer who is profoundly in love with life and all of its earthly pleasures almost as much as we're in love with them. Okay, I will make a glass of Milo as a treat to myself if we successfully romance Milo as a victory drink. How does that sound, guys? Oh, and thank you for the hydrate check, Danielle. Oh, already feeling the thirst. Yeah. Oh, stretch to stretch. Thank you, Danielle.
Yeah.
Sorry, my hair's being annoying.
Blech.
Fuck. The bus trip was long, and all of summer could be shaped by the first step well taken. And so it was clear, it all came down to breaking the ice and causing the good impression with the right person. Which of these articles would you most want to read? Common mistakes when performing your first fertility ritual? 50 facts about sequoias? My deep complex feelings about camembert? Secret tricks to win at rock, paper, scissors? Very illegal things I do in international waters? How to headbutt a very big rock? Well, okay, to be perfectly fair, because I just thought of this, Milo is a beautiful, beautiful skeleton, and I need more calcium in my diet, you guys. So, hence, drinking a tall glass of Milo, if we're successful in seducing them. But I think Milo... I think Milo would be, my deep, complex feelings about camembert, because we know how much of a cheese fiend they are, so fuck yes. I think that this one feels like it's the most on point for Milo, so let's go with this one. Yes! Oh, you like that article, Stephanie? It's one of my favorites. I read it last week while I was eating camembert and simultaneously live tweeting about my experience eating the camembert. I described my feelings about camembert, the article, and you the same way. Intrigued. We only had 3 weeks left to woo our crushes and conquer their hearts. Oh, Shadowfang, that was your mistake. You were taking my stream seriously. That was your biggest mistake. I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm feeling more and more confident on camera, like, and all that good stuff. Hang on, I'm just gonna fix this lighting. What am I fucking doing? There we go, that's better. Maybe it's because I feel more confident on camera, so I feel like I can be much more of my genuine goofy self. But these games just bring out the best in me, and I think you guys seem to be enjoying it. I mean, but Shadow, so long as everyone's having a good time, I just don't like to take myself too seriously. It's kind of a running trait when it comes to us Aussies. Like, we're very laid back and got a weird, goofy sense of humor. We just don't like to take ourselves too seriously. I take what I do seriously in terms of voice acting, but me as a person? I must be doing something right. But as I already said, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Let's go get us skeletons. There you go, that's better.
Adventure awaits us.
Fuck. Okay, what do we need to work on? Boldness, first and foremost, so let's get that taken care of. Oh, I'm sorry, Blue, so cute. I love her so much. Yes, oh my god, I just have to also say, huge fucking thanks to Hayden Parke for your amazing package that you sent with all the Australian goodies in it, and that amazing Warhammer novel. I'm really looking forward to reading it, so thank you so much. You are the reason I now have Milo in my life, and I can get my calcium fixed, so thank you. Like, if I can't get to Milo, Milo can come to me, so thank you, Hayden. You go into the haunted manor with a group, only to immediately split up once you get inside, as is customary. You quickly get lost and have no cell signal, but in a stroke of genius, you follow the signs to the haunted manor's lost and found to wait for your friends to pick you up. You find all sorts of cool lost knickknacks while you wait. Some bloody gloves, a haunted iPod, It Only Plays Thriller by Michael Jackson, a totally normal Furby that still manages to be the creepiest thing in there. And at the bottom of the box, you even find +2 boldness. Yoink! Who in their right mind would throw that away? Okay, yes. Guys, this is your first taste of the classic monster attire that our wonderful, wonderful love interests will be wearing this evening. So, Milo is looking a little bit different, which, I'm not complaining. Oh, Stephanie, I didn't see you there. I was too busy enjoying the sensory pleasures of this charmingly haunted house. I mean, look at that antique bloodstained bathtub. It's absolutely iconic. And the lighting in here is perfect for selfies. My timeline would be incomplete without this aesthetic. Hot damn, this adorable Reaper wants to take some pics. You ask Milo if they want to take a selfie with you like one of their French girls. Oh! Are we getting into the French accents a little earlier this evening? I mean, it is our first encounter after all, but I do enjoy a good French accent. So I just have to kind of elegantly drape myself against like a bloodstained bathtub, like taking bathtub selfies. Maybe we could take like milk selfies. Like, have you seen like, of course you have. You've seen those milk bathtub photo shoots where the girl is strategically nude in like a milky bathtub with like rose petals and stuff like that. Just, oh my god, I could totally see Milo taking those. Yes. I'm happy to oblige. Here, let's start with some foreplay. Get naked in the tub with me and let's pick a filter that's mutually flattering. My darling, my dearest, my grace, Milo. We're off to a great start tonight, guys. I'm sorry I have, give me a moment. My heart can't fucking take this. And thank you for the hydrate check, guys. I needed it. I chugged the rest of my glass. I've got so much water here. I haven't been drinking a lot of water today. It's almost as though I knew this was coming. I sensed it. I sensed it in my calcium deficient bones. Oh, and a stretch check from the Wolf Warrior. Thank you. Oh. Ah, thank you, thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Hey, did someone say foreplay? If so, I'm gonna murder you with this big knife. Oh, and I'm Jerry, by the way. Nice to meet ya. Bold of you to assume that I can be killed. And what do you have against foreplay? Licking someone who could be an absolute... Licking someone can really be an absolute rainbow of flavors, you know. Oh, it's not foreplay specifically. I just have to kill anyone who's doing sexy stuff in this mansion. That's my thing.
No touching.
And not to judge, but it kind of looks like you two were doing sexy stuff. We were. Thanks for being a cockblock guy. Like, thanks. Oh my god, Talon. Talon! Good sir, you are a father. I know, that was said perfectly. Thank you for that and blessing the chat with that. Well, my load's right there, so I don't think you'll be calcium deficient for much longer. Correction, it's a protein deficiency that would come with that load, so I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Sorry. Sorry, 4099. Thank you so much for the 4-month resub. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Take a seat, enjoy yourself, and thank you so much for your continued support. Oh, take care, Shadow Fang. Have a wonderful trip, have a wonderful weekend, and we'll hopefully see you soon. Sexy stuff. Do you mean sexy like a blooming daisy is sexy? Or sexy like that feeling when you start up an old car for the first time in a while and it kicks into life? Wait, no. Sexy like neither of those. Sexy like sex. Like having sex. That kind of sexy. Sex sexy. Penetration sex. Oh my god, he has as much experience as... Oh god, this is embarrassing. How is penetration sexier than gently running your fingertips along the makeup brushes that your lover uses? So basic. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. Milo fucking gets it. Proceed. I can't. Hey, stop it. Sex is sex, we all know that. Virginity is real and penetration is wrong, and that's why murderers stab horny teens. No, okay. Fun thing, the slasher killer, kills teens while they're having sex. That pretty much all boils down to Jason being the origin of that, because Jason drowned while the camp counselors were having sex. So that became the whole thing as a kind of like revenge thing, like, oh, must kill the horny teenagers because they're irresponsible and lowering their defenses. That stemmed from that. So perfect timing that this, what the fuck am I saying? It's perfect that this guy is that kind of slasher. So fun fact as to where that came from. God damn it. Okay, Boomer. I love you, Milo. You definitely don't want to die, but you're way too horny to miss out on this sex opportunity with Milo, and Jerry is ruining the moment. That's when the inherent horniness of the situation hits you. You can get intimate with Milo right in front of Jerry without him knowing about it. Guys, this is our first option of this route. I'm scared. I'm a little bit turned on, but mostly scared. You whisper your idea to Milo. I love it, obviously. The taboo is so on trend. But how do we do it? Cozy up under our fashionable poncho? Start a private Discord server? Or something even bolder? Your whole life has been building to this moment. Figure out how to get intimate with Milo right under the nose of Jerry, the knife-wielding sex murderer. Oh, gods, what a... I don't know. Guys, do we sext each other in Morse code or hire 2 body doubles to fuck in another room? Guys. What do I pick, you guys?
I don't know.
Like, okay, smarts is our strongest one, so we need to go with the strongest one. So I'm thinking maybe the top one might be better, because that would be Morse code, which kind of, for me, plays more into smarts. I think the lower one would either be charm or boldness, all of which are the same, but because we've kind of got very even stats. So honestly, I'm kind of thinking Morse code sex is probably the best one, because honestly, we can't really go wrong. Like, if our stats are honestly too low, we're just fucked from the get-go, so... Who knows? I'm sorry. If I did pick the lower option, all I can think is Clone High. Ha ha ha! Nothing bad ever happens to the Kennedys. That just coming from the other room as the slasher guy just comes in with a knife. Yep, I'm gonna go with the best one, which I think plays into our strongest stats, which would be smart. So, sext each other in Morse code, please. Don't fuck us over. Thank God. You and Milo both apologize to Jerry and clarify that you're just here together in totally platonic haunted house visit.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Well, in that case, enjoy your time in this spooky mansion. But before I go, I think everyone probably wants to hear my opinion on teens. Do we, though? Jerry defo monologuing, giving you and Milo the perfect chance to sext. You both start subtly tapping all over each other's bodies, flawlessly communicating in Morse code. The teens, they're just so horny now. Back when I was a teen, we had to date for 12 to 15 years before we could express ourselves sexually. Milo taps out. I'm going to favor you of your sluttier selfies at 3 a.m. tonight. Oh, how are you? Are you, darling?
Sex is sin, teens.
But now kids are just buried in their phones. And did you know the phones can do porn now? Anytime you see a teen on their phone, they could be watching a porn. You respond to Milo by tapping, oh baby, smash my subscribe button, hit that bell so you'll be notified the next time I post, if you know what I mean. And I'm worried that authentic emotional intimacy is being replaced by these weird, inhuman likes and subs and parasocial relationships. Maybe that's why I murder. Jerry goes on for a while, but you're too turned on by the erotic tapping to listen to his bullshit. Eventually, you climax. Sexually.
I have a murder sketch.
As opposed to climaxing at the culmination of a plot. Well, clearly nothing sexual has happened here, so I'll be on my way. Toodaloo, innocent teens. You leveled up your cartography skills and got to gently tap all over Milo, and you gained +2 charm and +1 boldness. Congrats, babe. I'm so proud of us tonight. Alright, what do we need to work on? Creativity or fun? I'm thinking probably creativity. Actually, no, fun I think is probably the better one to go with. Like, and that was our first option tonight, guys. Like, I'm really excited as to what lies ahead for us. So, but let's improve our fun. That is fun? Yeah. That day you decide to take a swimming class in the lake. You learn all sorts of cool swimming techniques. The backstroke, the side stroke, the Macarena stroke, the mime having a stroke. All those strokes sure are fun, though perhaps a bit medically concerning. You gain +2 fun.
Finally, I can read in peace.
Everyone take a moment to enjoy everyone's new attire. Thank God we finally have a little time to chill and sunbathe. I've been meaning to work on my tan this summer. I'm hoping to go from deathly pale to gothic white. Yes, microdosing toxic levels of UV radiation is in an effort to bronze one's skin. It is one of the most aesthetically pleasing ways to slowly die. Me, my can. While my skin is incapable of darkening, I am here to recharge. I installed solar panels exclusively to spend more time with my friends. He's so cute. Summer camp has taught me so many alternative ways of bonding with my organic peers. This afternoon will be perfect. Guys! New character! And I love her! I remember in the last stream you guys were asking, like, when are we going to encounter her? Yes, joy of joys, hells yes. David, how's it going? Welcome back to the Blue Rose Respite. I'm so sorry things aren't going so well at the moment, but please take a seat, enjoy yourself. We're all here having a fun time tonight. Feel free to be a part of it. Or if you just want to sit and watch the stream, that's more than fine. You're more than welcome here. Just relax and unwind with us, okay, mate? Yes, I think, Sadako? It's not Sadako. I think it is. Is it Sadako? Apologies if I'm mispronouncing it, but I think it is Sadako from The Ring. I'm not. She might have an entirely different name, but I'm gonna call it Sadako. So, I got a pizza delivery for Milo and Joy. I guess tanning makes you too crazy hungry or something. I have no way to simulate consuming calories. My one weakness. Oh, are you serious? We did not order pizza. Unless pizza somehow became vegan overnight, or this is cleverly disguised magical weapon for saving the world. Pretty sure this is just a large mushroom and pepperoni, but if you eat it, you'll save me from getting chewed out by my manager for delivering the pizza to the wrong person. Then hard pass. I despise delivery food. Then we're in disagreement, Milo. I'm sorry. Joy despises meat and dairy, and Calculester despises being excluded from our activities. Begone, thought. Oh my god. Milo just begone thoughted, the girl from The Ring. Yes. No, trust me. Okay, that is the creepiest fucking face. I'm gonna see that at the end of my bed tonight, I swear to God. No, trust me, this is your pizza. Corporate even gave me this legal invoice that all you need to sign is to prove that I'm not delivering the pizza wrong again. Look. Seriously, that is the creepiest fucking face I've seen in a while. These are indeed your signatures. I think I understand what is going on here. Friend Pizza Girl, could I please borrow your phone for a moment? Are you going to do something about her horrendous Instagram? Girlfriend, you have got to take some selfies wearing something other than that dingy delivery uniform. Yes, Alucard, in the American remake, she was called Samara. I think in the original Japanese, she was called Sadako, though. I could be completely wrong, though. We'll just call her Samara for simplification. Oh, sorry, I missed that. But something, alternative reality, something. What? Oh, I fucking hate these multiverse plot arcs. They're so contrived and way too hard to follow.
Whatever, man.
Not my problem. Point is, you two ordered this pizza, and policy says you have to pay for it and eat it before I can go. Pay and eat? I'll do neither one, thank you very much. Every day we must ask ourselves what we are willing to put in our mouths, and this is where I draw the line. Well, if the pizza girl won't leave until you eat, the solution is clear. You have to find the versions of Joy and Milo that actually ordered this pizza. But how? I'm so confused. Art lets you time travel without leaving home. Pen a beautiful poem to open a rift between realities. Or you once heard of an elite squad who traveled through realities to fight entropy and save the multiverse. They could deliver the pizzas. Top one definitely seems like creative, which isn't our strongest skill, so I'm thinking the lower one might be the safer option. That one can either be boldness or fun? Either which is like stronger than our creativity skill set, so I'm thinking the lower one might be better. What do you guys think? I'm skeptical. Sorry, I'm just trying to think for a second as to what we can do for this one. I'm thinking the lower one is probably the better option. Sorry, I got lost in my own thoughts for a second. I'll let you travel without leaving home. Pen a beautiful poem to open a rift between realities. You once heard of an elite squad who traveled through realities to fight entropy and save the multiverse. They could deliver your pizzas. I'm thinking the lower one might be the best option. Because yeah, top one is creativity, which isn't our strongest skill set. So I think the lower one is our best option. So fingers crossed, guys. Come on. Yes! You follow a trail of rumors through dark taverns and shadowy alleys, talking to strange individuals in log-dead languages. Finally, you acquire a rune that you must place in a specific, highly secretive location. When you do so, a rift is cut through the air, revealing a floating air vessel. Aboard it are people who appear to be your friends, except they're cooler and sexier and have a lot of dope battle scars. Oh my. Hi, post-apocalyptic hotties. Among them is war-torn Miranda Vanderbilt. She corrected her genocidal worldviews after the Mer Kingdom of her reality waged war against Hell and lost, ending with the destruction of both realms and the death of Miranda's demonic lover. She learned the ugliness of war and abhors the past wrongs of the Mer Kingdom, and now fights for justice. There's also reformed Dark Lord Liam de Leoncott. In his reality, he ruled the dark side and enslaved the world after he obtained the magical Heart of Depths, which he devoured for its power. But after centuries of his tyrannical rule, he realized the error of his ways and joined this group of heroes in the hopes of keeping the dark side at bay. Every day he struggles with the powerful evil entity that now lives in his heart. There's also Exord survivor Evera Oberlin, vampire Scott Howell, and another Liam, except this one is blue, and some more. It's Monster Camp Into the Campyverse, all up in this bitch. Hells yes. Holy shit, this is a lot. I've never seen so many different morally dubious versions of my ex in one place before. I gotta admit, he looks pretty good in blue. Joy, did you used to date Liam? Oh my. You tell the crew you'd like to speak to the captain. The crowd parts and out steps an interdimensional version of you. Hello, Stephanie, says Captain Stephanie. Yeah, soak it all in. In my reality, I got over my constant horniness, and that clarity of mind allows me to lead the fight against evil. How's summer camp? I feel called out, guys. It's fabulous, darling. By the way, I love the eye patch. We've got a mission for you. Of course you do. What's the threat? Xord, the dark side, the Mer Kingdom?
I just got tipped 42 cents.
Nope, it's worse. My missing tip money. We're looking for a dimension where Joy, Johnson, Jijima, and Milo Belladonna ordered this pizza. Scarlet, I wish I had that clarity as well. And God, that face. I love you, Samara. I'm just gonna call you Samara, but some of your faces are so fucking creepy. Only a Sith deals in absolutes. Like, there's like outrageously horny, and then there's like no horniness, which is what this current Captain Stephanie is like. And I'm like, can't we just be in the middle? I'm really glad you've got your kitty there to help you, David. I really hope you're having a good time tonight. Just relax and unwind and enjoy yourself. Ah, of course, says Blue Liam. It's another wacky misadventure that's typical of horny Stephanie. Yes. Yes, it is. And it makes sense, says vocal Captain Stephanie. And the Joy and Milo of reality Sigma 7 really do love pizza. We'll deliver it for you. Good, let the thirst flow through you. You will? Isn't this like a waste of your precious world-saving time? Not for Sigma 7 Joy. She may be obsessed with pizza, but she's also one of the most powerful joys in the multiverse. We do favors for her sometimes to stay on her good side. The interdimensional do-good has paid the pizza girl and bid you all farewell. Your friends are relieved the plan worked, and you're impressed with how cool you know you can potentially become. You're never going to be that cool though. You're way too horny, but you can still earn +2 smarts and +1 charm for being tangentially associated tangentially associated with Captain Stephanie. Apologies if I mispronounced that. Campfire time.
Ghost story. Ghost story.
Hey Milo. How you doing? Milo is doing their usual review of today's engagement with their Instagram posts. Calculaster is peering at their phone interestedly. This should be good. So you say that these likes are necessary to your health and well-being? Do they provide sustenance of some kind? Well, they sustain me spiritually, in a way. The more likes I have, the better I feel, and the better the world becomes. Oh, it is a biopsychological need, then, to know and be known. I am comforted that, once again, logic has proven that everything can be boiled down to a science. I have read that other packed animals like corvids experience a similar social drive phenomenon. Do corvids have Instagram? Wait, no, Instagram isn't a science. Curating aesthetically pleasing selfies and pairing them with poetic phrases of inspirational genius is a very delicate art form that science could never hope to explain. And that's why I'm an expert in my field, darling. It's hard to be the bard. It's hard to be the bard! You are such a bard and I love it! But, friend Milo, because Instagram is a computer-based application, wouldn't it follow that it is rooted in science? Instagram isn't used on computers, darling. It's almost entirely exclusive to smartphones. Isn't that a microaggression? Smartphones are computers too. They're merely young upstarts with smaller, sleeker appearances. I apologize, darling. You're right. I should be promoting technological body positivity. I'll post about it right now. My demographic would love it. Hey, Technomate Grim, how's it going? Welcome back to the Blue Rose Respite. I'm so glad you're able to make it tonight. Sit back, relax, and enjoy as you jump from one Monster Camp stream to another. I really hope you have a good time. Actually, after doing a quick algorithmic scan of all 1.2 billion Instagram accounts worldwide, I've scientifically concluded that the most fleek subject you could post is 3 iguanas in Birkenstocks reading Eat, Pray, Love. Okay. What? No, your scientific method clearly doesn't work. Art, you see, is like an eggplant. You need to cut Milo off before DreamWorks copyright claims you or something. Can you end the debate on whether or not Instagram is a science or an art form? Calculester, there are lots of things science is unable to explain, like Instagram, the nature of consciousness, and how I feel about Milo. Milo, you're saying no with your words, and yes with your IG profile. While we were talking, you just went and posted the iguana thing. Definitely the top one is more in Milo's favor, because it's much more flattering, and it's also just a little bit of a confession as well. Please. Please.
I realize you are attempting to help.
Ah, an interesting thought, Stephanie, but still not entirely accurate. Instagram is scientifically provable to be useful for talking about iguanas, the nature of consciousness. Consciousness resides in organics brain's chemistry. And your feelings for Milo are characterized by an increased heart rate, followed by a rush of endorphins that cause dizziness and slight nausea.
Eggplant.
I believe that you organics refer to this as sexual attraction, or more colloquially, known as a crush or puppy love amongst youths. Either that, or you have dysentery. Wow, thanks, Calculester. Just drag me in front of my crush. Okay, fine. Calculester is a wholesome bean and I love them to pieces, but... Dude, Milo's right there! Oh, Calculester, darling. At least once Stephanie put her on blast like that. And in defense of her obvious crush on me, those may be the chemical processes by which attractions occur. But why do they occur? Can you scientifically explain the burning passion that lives in Stephanie's heart? Nay, the world's heart when it lays eyes upon me? Well, when you crunch the data... Darling, this is why you fail to understand the organic experience. You miss the true magic of love and life by constantly using numbers and chemicals to explain things. Sometimes the connections between friends and sweethearts should be cherished, not quantified.
Upgraded successfully.
Oh, I see. Thank you for the advice, friend Milo and friend Stephanie. I shall increase my unquantifiable cherishment of you both by a factor of 17. You're doing it again, sweetie, but I appreciate the sentiment. And I appreciate your flattering sentiment as well, Stephanie. Dare I say, you are the 3 iguanas in Birkenstocks to my Instagram. Oh, darling. Well, actually, the iguanas in Birkenstocks are sort of the little iguanas in Birkenstocks to my Instagram. I admit the concept is kind of growing on me. But still, you understand what I mean, don't you? Nope. But when do you ever? The good news is Milo is grateful to you for standing by them, and you know exactly what sort of pic to tag them in later. Yay! Oh god, here's where everything could go horribly wrong. Horribly, horribly wrong. I think we're going to use our skills because I have an idea of what we should aim for. Weekend is here, and so you could visit Juan, the small magical Latino cat.
Well, no. I hope you have your reflexes ready, because what I have ready is a selection of weird, questionable drinks. Sharpen your fingers, because here we go!
Yes! Yes! I'm fine with gambling with some of the other drinks, but I'm just like, my god, please. We got the stat smoothie. We got the stat smoothie, guys.
I managed to distill the stats that make us who we are. The result is this stat smoothie. It's a huge, delicious boost.
Oh, I would have chugged that like a motherfucker.
This is the part where I leave before you puke all over me. Ciao!
Why is it I could see it like, if we were going to puke that up, it'd be like, the gnome from Gravity Falls with the rainbow just... Okay, what do we need to improve? Creativity. Our stats are really fucking dope, but... Yes. Yes. Let's do our creativity. That day in Monster Scouts, they teach you how to use the stars and trees as bark to find your way when you get lost. On the internet. As a test, Coach leaves you in the middle of the internet. You easily get lost. Before you know it, you are watching the Spanish synchronized swimming team perform a routine based on Stairway to Heaven. You don't earn the orientation while on the internet badge, but you definitely gain +2 creativity from watching such beautiful display of skill. Afterwards, you end up vibing with Milo. You're sharing a hammock, cuddled up close with each other, and you're both checking your phones. Hell yeah! What could be more emotionally intimate than quietly scrolling right beside your #1 summer crush? Suddenly, Milo's phone starts blowing up. Granted, Milo's phone is always blowing up, but right now it's worse than usual. No need to look so jealous, dear. Just a work text. I keep telling the head office not to contact me. Okay, we might actually be able to do it this time, guys. Is Milo going to literally be the death of us? Why take a staycation? I suppose this raping is urgent. La la la, another day, another death. Oh my god. This is a little awkward, isn't it? Well, not awkward for you because you don't know yet, and I shouldn't tell you. But I can't resist a little gossip. Listen, Stephanie, I don't usually disclose proprietary information, but I just got a gig for next week. To collect your soul. Huh? Milo's going to reap your soul? That sounds super terrifying and also a little bit hard. You ask Milo if that means you're going to die next week. Short answer? Yup. You're totally going to die. Long answer? Life, death, and fate are weird and messy, and it's hard to say 100% because of quantum nonsense, but if I'm getting the gig, yeah, you're gonna die. Congrats. Holy shit, this is the most awkward news you've ever received while lounging in a hammock. You start to freak out. No, Stephanie, don't freak out. I'm an expert and I promise you, it's not as scary as it seems. Death reminds us of the profound, infinite beauty of life. Oh, Samuel, I'm the same. I miss seeing Milo in their swimming trunks as well, but you know what? Get to see more of that gorgeous chest, so I'm good with that. And realistically, it's not like you're immortal or anything. Sorry to burst your bubble, but death was going to find you eventually, boo. And to be quite honest, I'm actually doing you a huge favor by letting you know ahead of time. It's my gift to you, the opportunity to go out with a bang. Let me make this last week of your life the best week of your life. We'll spend every moment together, and we'll end it with a huge party, a celebration of Stephanie. A whole week with Milo? That sounds like heaven, and it's exciting enough to distract you from your imminent death. You're in. Zashlo Kamina, how's it going? Welcome back to the Blue Rose Respite. So glad you can make it this evening. Take a seat, enjoy yourself, and I hope you have fun with us this evening. Things are already looking up tonight, guys. A whole week with Milo. That sounds like heaven, and it's exciting enough to distract you from your imminent death. You're in. Lovely. God, you're going to get so many posthumous followers. I'm almost jealous. Oh, and we should start considering the party's aesthetic right away. Ooh, thank you for the hydrate check, Helen. It's been a while since I've had some water. Thank you, thank you. Ooh, and we should start considering the party aesthetic right away. We need some big, memorable event at the party. Something that'll honor your true essence, Stephanie. And obviously, it should be Snapchat friendly. Any ideas? Your time to shine. Thank you for the stretch check, Hayden and Samuel. Much appreciated. Yeah. Oof, needed that. Your time to shine. Quick, what's the perfect way to 1. Entertain your party guests, 2. Commemorate your entire existence, and 3. Impress Milo? You will narrate the epic tale of your life through the profound, carnal medium of interpretive dance. You'll have your friends give toasts in your honor, it'll be emotionally moving, and everyone will get shit-faced. 2 birds, 1 stone. Now, from what I can remember, first one was creativity, second one was charm. Because yeah, first one makes a lot of sense for creativity, second one it was either boldness or charm. I'm willing to take a gamble with the lower one, just because creativity, it's okay, but it's not one of our strongest ones. But we had that massive boost to our stats, so I don't think we could really do wrong. But I like the idea of I liked the drinks one. That one was good. We did the lower one last time and we actually succeeded. It was the higher one, I think, that we failed last time. And we have had the rainbow smoothie, so I'm feeling much more confident about our chances. So let's go with the lower one. You will have your friends give toast in your honor. It'll be emotionally moving and everyone will get shit-faced. 2 birds, 1 stone. Ooh, yeah. Oh, that's perfect. It'll be like celebrating your life by entwining it with the lives of the people you loved. I had no idea you were so profound, Stephanie. But if I know anything about drunken party toasts, we're going to need pre-approval on these speeches. We've got no choice but to conduct a rehearsal immediately. You spend the afternoon getting all your friends together and breaking some big news. You're dying next week! Shockingly, they all seem pretty okay with it. You humbly request that they all deliver a toast for you at the party, and just to be safe, you write the speeches yourself. Also, then this way we get to see more people as well in their costumes. Alright, lovely people. Welcome to the rehearsal for Stephanie's elegant end-of-life blowout bash. For that, death becomes her eleganza. Let's proceed with the heartfelt eulogies.
OMG, I can't believe that Stephanie is dying. I'm like totally sad about it.
But honestly, being dead totally isn't even a thing. Gossip for fun. My favorite memory of Stephanie is when she saved a school bus of orphans from falling into a pit of lava using only her mega thick ass cheeks. Oh my god, I remember this answer. And I love this game so much. Well, in this universe, death is a thing that happens all the time. So it makes sense that they're kind of like, cool fam with you dying. Damn. Anyway, let's pour one out for Stephanie and pour another one out for Stephanie's butt. Those cheeks will be missed.
This cannot be for real.
Okay, am I the only person who's kind of weirded out that Stephanie's apparently dying next week? No, just me? Cool. Also, I want Joy's dress. I want her entire look. I love it and I need it. Anyway, Stephanie was apparently the most emotionally intelligent, thoughtful, and work friend I've ever had. Here's to you.
Nice try.
Psst, Stephanie, you don't think people will actually fall for this, do you? Oh my god! Dahlia, you are looking magnificent. Because Dahlia's an Oni, which is a Japanese demon, so hence the Japanese attire, and oh my god, I love her look. I'm so happy, you guys. Oh my god, it does look like she killed Coach. Oh my god, no! Gather one and all. I shall now read aloud a speech commemorating Stephanie. It's a speech that I definitely wrote myself. Beside me, Stephanie was the best warrior of all time. Her legacy shall be written in the stars next to Hercules and Orion. I drink in her honor. Oh my god, Samuel, I need to get that cold shower emote done. What incredible toasts, everyone. I think it's quite clear that Stephanie touched so many lives, including mine. Here's one last rehearsal toast from yours truly. Stephanie is a silly goose. We're all aware of that. But we must remember that geese are some of the sweetest and cutest birds in the whole wide world. Zanchlu Carmina, thank you so much for the 2-month resub. You're absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for your continued support of my channel, and thank you so much for being with us tonight. I hope you're having fun. But we must remember that geese are some of the sweetest and cutest birds in the whole wide world. I thought I knew what it meant to really fall in love with life, but watching Stephanie's constant, elegant failures taught me that lesson all over again. Cheers, Bae. Ah, they called me Bae.
I'm so happy.
That went shockingly well. You all spend the rest of the day getting totally drunk with your friends to practice for your party. All that tomfoolery earns you +3 creativity. Okay, what do we need to work on? We need to work on our boldness next. So let's do that. While exploring the haunted manor, you find an enchanted skull who speaks in riddles. His voice makes your ears bleed. You decide to name him Sparky and put him on your keychain as a fun pet. He tells you all sorts of cool things, like beware the tides of Venus, and if you meet a guy named Lenny at Costco, don't give him $20. Sparky also tells you exactly when and how you'll die. Apparently it's going to involve lots of mozzarella sticks. You gain +2 bonus for gaining that foresight. Well, at least we know how we're going to die, guys, and if we're going to go out with mozzarella sticks, it's a hell of a way to go out. Also, it seems very Milo as well. Like, who's to say Milo's not going to be responsible for our death? Just saying. Since you're dying next week, Milo's been helping you live your last days to the fullest. Currently, the two of you are getting a super fancy pedicure where little fish eat the dead skin off your feet. It feels amazing and it's hella Instagram worthy. Ah, that really hits the spot. I said it once and I'll say it again. Fish give better pedicures than people. And I needed some R&R. The non-stop lifestyle operating with you has been all-consuming. But honestly, I can't remember the last time I had so much fun. Milo looks at you with such bedroom eyes. Your heart starts to race. It's a tender moment. While we're enjoying this tender moment, I thought we could talk deets for your end-of-life bash. I've been really immersing myself in the preparation, Stephanie. This might be some of the finest party planning work of my entire career. Cause of death, calcium poisoning. No, honestly, Talon, you're on point. It's going to be a calcium overdose because I'm getting that bone bay one way or another. Yes. What is the running theme for tonight with calcium? First off, the venue is insane. I got my boss to let me borrow her interdimensional penthouse. The ceiling is made of diamonds and the bodyguards are literally 4-dimensional. We're going to do this huge dramatic entrance for you, where you burst out of a coffin. Cute, right? And the coffin outfit is the perfect amount of slutty. Trust me. Oh, I trust your taste completely, Milo. Oh, and you're not going to believe the guest list. All the basics, sure, but we have some huge guests on here. I did not realize you had this kind of pool, darling. Keep it on the down low. We've got several prominent ghosts coming, both Edison and Tesla, so things should get interesting. But still, I feel like something's missing. I think we need a big mind-blowing VIP surprise guest. Someone who can show up halfway through the party, uninvited, and have a poetic final embrace with you. A real moment, you know? Does anyone come to mind? Maybe a long-lost twin, from whom you were separated at birth and have never actually met? Milo's right, you definitely need a kick-ass special guest for your party. You don't have any long-lost twins that you know of, but you do know the perfect VIP to invite. Okay, this was where we fucked up. We fucked up with this choice, and we weren't able to continue this plot thread. The obstetrician who was there for your birth, he ushered you into this world and he'll usher you out. Or this party's all about you. You summon versions of yourself from other timelines. It'll be poetic and awesome, like when Beyonce looks in a mirror. We did fuck up with the interdimensional one last time, so I'm thinking going with the top one might be the better option. The obstetrician who was there for your birth, he ushered you into this world and he'll usher you out. I'm not gonna lie though, like, okay, well we already had like 2 Stephs in tonight, because we had Captain Stephanie who had controlled her thirst, and then we've got regular Stephanie who can't control her thirst, but that's fine. Or do you guys quite enjoy the idea of 2 Stephanies popping up again? The last time the other Stephs last time the other Stephs kind of like cock-blocked me a bit and they stole my beautiful Milo away. So let's go with the top one. That's sounding like a better one. The obstetrician who was there for your birth, he ushered you into this world, now he'll usher you out. Come on. Excuse me, your obstetrician? Are you too close or something? Milo is doubtful, but you stand firm. You whip out your phone and call up Dr. John, the obstetrician who birthed you. Why, of course. I'll be the special guest at your party, Stephanie. In fact, I'll come discuss the details with you right now. That's how important you are to me. Within a few moments, you hear the whirring of a helicopter overhead. A fancy-looking man drops down from the chopper. It's your obstetrician, Dr. John. Oh my god. Oh my god! Elton John ushered us into this world. I love this game so much. Oh my god, is that Elton John? Dear God, Stephanie, your obstetrician is Dr. Elton John? Why didn't you say that earlier? I'm so excited. You made me slightly raise my voice. That hasn't happened to me in like 2 decades. Ah, you must be Milo, Stephanie's beloved Reaper. Yes, it's me, Dr. Elton John. Cheer! I was knighted, so my full title is technically Sir Dr. Elton John. Apologies for the accent. It's a pleasure. Big fan, obvi. I'm sure you're wondering about the deep, meaningful connection between me and Stephanie. Let me tell you the tale. You see, I used to be a world-renowned obstetrician, but the birth of Stephanie changed my life forever. As I watched Stephanie's mother suffer through the 52-hour labor, I was struck with the profound beauty of all living things. It was such a meaningful, poetic birth that I was inspired to leave my medical career behind and become a musician. In a way, all of my success... Oh my god, I can't with this game. In a way, all of my success... Sorry, I'm doing my Alice accent. In a way, all of my success, my 5 Grammys, and my two Oscars, and of course my beloved Disney Legends Award, are all thanks to Stephanie. Also, yes, my mother suffered for 52 hours. She was a warrior. A beast! That makes perfect sense. You know, now that I think about it, I can sense the essence of Stephanie as the underlying fabric of all your songs. Oh. You lived your life like a candle in the wind. Exactly. And that's why I'm honored to be your special party VIP. I'll even waive my appearance fees. Now, what say the three of us go take my chopper for a joyride? Life is short after all. You and Milo go for a helicopter ride with motherfucking Sir Dr. Elton John. Milo is super impressed. This is the best day of your life, easily. And you've still got plenty of Milo quality time left before you die. You gain +3 charm and a very mature outlook on your own mortality. We're doing good, guys.
Marshmallows, anyone?
Hey, guys. How you doing? You look across the campfire and see Damien and Milo playing backgammon. Excuse me. As a secret backgammon champion yourself, you just have to play winner. But as soon as you arrive... Damien! Thank you for the hydrate check, Hayden. As someone who adores Old Testament biblical angels, I am living for this old school Lucifer look. Just holy fuck. Just... Yes. He has eyes for days. And I love it. Just, oh my god! I just can't, like, my face is starting to hurt as well from smiling so much. I love this game so much. Damien, you look fine as hell, boy. Yeah. Well, flipping the board when you lose. What a surprise. You just kept playing, you get good enough soon enough. No, I don't want to keep playing. This game is stupid and the board cheated. You realize you always do this, right? Do what? No, I don't. I always keep things spicy and unpredictable. What do I always do? You're wrong. You do try new things, explore new hobbies, new sides of yourself. But one false move and you're back at the old crime and arson and anger issues shtick. What about that, buddy? Well, I just, you know... Crimes and arson are kind of my thing, you know. At Spooky High, that was pretty much all I did. Unless people knew about my secret sides. I'm already toned that way down at Spooky Camp Spooky. What if my reputation suffers? I'm Damien LeVay, bitches. Legendary bad boy. Oh, honey, you are like looking at like a full fucking course meal of legend. Like, you're Luciferian levels of legendary, my boy. But there's just generally less crime and arson to do, and also, I know I do a good job at hiding this, but I'm not exactly the best at wilderness survival skills. And yes, his tattoos look like a happy trail. I'm so happy. Like, he's already got that definition of like the V of his abs. But yeah, his lower tattoos kind of looks like a little bit like a happy trail. Not as much body hair as I expected, though. Then again, you have seen him with his shirt off before, but just interesting. Just interesting. You do not do a good job of hiding it. I know that. We all know that. You tried to set up a tent using a katana. Exactly, and I didn't even stab anyone with it. What if I'm losing my edge? What if people stop liking me? I'm sure they won't. Don't you think people will love you even more when they find out about your secret passion for makeup or your adorable relationship with your dads? And even if they didn't, who cares? Life is about finding what makes you happy. Know what you think will make others happy. In fact, if Camp Spooky Damien already has more dimension than Spooky High Damien, imagine what after Camp Spooky Damien will be like. We need to brainstorm your next evolution. Oh, you love brainstorming and interfering in other people's lives. You know Damien's next move for show. Okay, that makes sense, Talon. Like, Damien is so hot that he literally, like, burns his body hair away. Except for, like, the hair on his head and his eyebrows. Crimes, arson, and makeup. But rocking an exciting new facial hairstyle. New beard, new you. After summer camp, get ready for the ultimate evolution. Or should we say quadruple revolution? It's figure skating Damien. I'm not sure about that one. Figure skating Damien is like over the top enough that I think that's Milo's. And that one seems slightly more leaning towards what Damien would prefer. Like with the whole crimes, arson, and makeup. And then it's like just this little bit of a change. So I think the lower one is the better one. After summer camp, get ready for the ultimate evolution. Should we say quadruple revolution? Figure skating Damien. Absolutely. That's the exact version I have for Damien's next step.
What a noob.
It's the one thing to take steps in a new direction. But going from being a hardcore badass to a figure skater? Those are literally the same thing though. Figure skaters are hardcore badasses. They absolutely are. To start with, you're the Prince of Hell. So? Hell is a bit of fire, right? You're always talking about it being spicy. Hell is hot. What could be more rebellious and hardcore than switching out by taking to the ice? You know, they're not wrong. They're not wrong. Good point. But that doesn't make figure skating itself badass. Damien, my dude. Damien, my dude. Damien, dude. Come on. It's an entire sport based on putting knives on your feet and then moving around by slashing frozen water with said knives. You know what? As Milo's describing it more like that, that is 100% what Damien should try. You're basically in a knife fight with one of the Earth's most essential elements every minute of every routine. Whoa, I never thought of it that way. Is it possible figure skaters truly are hardcore badasses? Absolutely are. Absolutely. Absolutely. Plus with the thin socks, when you skate outside for hours, your feet will be so cold that when they thaw out, they will literally feel like they're on fire.
Knives.
Yes, I love the feeling of fire. Knives and fire. And depending on the number of hours you're putting in a week, you might be in near constant pain. Knives and fire and pain? You're checking all my boxes. Hey, Pugmaster802, how's it going? Welcome to the Blue Rose Respite. Take a seat, enjoy yourself. I'm sure the chat will make you feel more than welcome. At the very least, your toenails will probably split, not to mention the likelihood of bone spurs, stress fractures, lace bite, bump bumps, and anterior knee pain, patellar tendonitis, pulled muscles, and you have to smile through all of it. Is it possible that figure skating is actually too hardcore for me?
I'm out of here.
No, nothing is too hardcore. Can't wait for the fire and knives and pain and also the split toenails that then just grow in splits forever. Sounds great. No further questions, bye. I knew Damien would come around to the hardcore beauty of the sport sooner or later. Oh, Pugmaster, thank you so much. I'm so glad that you enjoy my YouTube videos and I'm so glad you're able to make it to tonight's stream. We're still in our first round. We play roughly 2 romances per stream, so take a seat, enjoy yourself. We are starting to get towards the end of this one, but we've been trying to seduce Milo for a very long time, so enjoy. Oh, Samuel, I wish. I'm totally down for a Damien and Milo sandwich. Next up, figure skating Damien. And since you're here, I might as well start training you, so when Damien emerges in his next evolution, you can be his pairs partner. It occurs to you that figure skating might be extremely maladaptive to your physical health, but then again you remember you're just here trying to get laid, so lace the fuck up and get on the ice. It's a lot of fun, and you hurt for weeks. That's part of the fun. Whee! Bring out your flasks. Okay, I'm gonna try and use my skills to get something good. There's a lot of drinks we still haven't explored yet, so this could go completely wrong, but we're on our last week. Come on. That weekend you feel like getting wasted, so you go visit none other than Juan. Oh, Pugmaster, thank you so much for the follow. I really, really appreciate it. You are now one of my lovely lost tales, and you are most welcome back here. And Berserk Boy 1, thank you so much for the follow as well. You are also now one of my lovely lost tales, and you are more than welcome back at the Blue Rose Respite anytime. That weekend you feel like getting wasted, so you visit none other than Juan.
Hola! You know, when I started making magical drinks, I never thought people would actually come to drink them. But hey, who am I to judge, no? So let's get to it.
This could go badly so quickly, so come on. I want to pick something ridiculous. Come on. It's the least, like, horrible looking drink I could see, so I'm just gonna go with this one. It's a Cosmopolitan. I like Cosmopolitan, so come on. And how's it going, Berserk Boys? Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I really hope you have a good time. I don't think you've been with us for a little while, but take a seat, enjoy yourself.
The Cosmopolitan received its name because it disrupts the very core of the cosmos. Thanks to it, any stat effect is now doubled for you, for better or for worse. Good to know! This is the part where I leave you before you puke all over me. Ciao! Meow meow.
Oh, it's all good, Berserk Boy. It's all good. Better late than never. What should we work on? Let's go back to the pool and walk on our fun a little. You decide to go relax in the lake for a bit. Camp Spooky gets pretty crazy, so it's nice to just float in the water and chill. You end up falling asleep and wake up to realize you floated halfway across the lake straight to a crab rave? The crabs are just as confused as you are, but they invite you to rave with them, and their party is surprisingly popping. You gain +1 invite to the next crab rave and +2 fun. You find Calculus installing some new solar panels on his back so he can sunbathe. Milo's doing their part for the environment by decorating the panels with gold leaf. Yes. Absolutely. Oh, hello there, Stephanie. Squandering precious minutes of your life wandering by the lake? I am just in love with your joie de vivre. I too am happy to see you. You can tell because of the facial expression I am simulating. Also +1 for crab rave, fuck yes. The rainbow smoothie, that was a stats smoothie where we gained like +5 to 8 in our stats, so it's all good. Say, Stephanie, care for a swim? Carl can't go because he would completely cease to function if he swam for even a moment, but I'm dying for a little pleasant midday wetness. Wait, friend Milo. For engaging in any wetness-related activities, please check the warning flag on the lifeguard booth. Today it is Pugmaster! Thank you so much for the subscription. I really, really appreciate it. And thank you so much for your support. Enjoy the emotes and don't forget to join us on the Discord. There are instructions down below on how to do that. And thank you so much for your support.
Is this a cabin?
Turquoise? I love it. The color of magic, spirituality, and taking baths with your friends. No. This is not right. This is not one of the standard lifeguard flags. Its meaning is ambiguous. A green flag means it is okay to swim. A yellow flag means that you may swim, but you must be careful. And a red flag, of course, means that you should not attempt to date the lake. We'll just see about that, you think to yourself. But I find this turquoise flag both mysterious and threatening. We must query the lifeguards to discover its meaning. They are garbage and I love them. Yes! Fuck yes. The lifeguards? Whoa. Oh, Honda, I think that's us.
Yo, brain gasm.
Oh yeah, I was wondering why I had on this red swimsuit. I thought maybe was an ambulance. Maybe you are. You can't let other people define you, dude. I believe my friend wanted to ask you what the turquoise flag is supposed to mean. What do I look like? A flag professor? Professors don't wear swimsuits. It would be unprofessional. Oh my god, Talon, you're right. He looks just like the dude. Like in gargoyle form. Fuck yes. I think it means everything's okay. Or else that a child's been kidnapped. Who decides that what things mean, you know? You two. You do. You're the lifeguards. Really? I go to Swan. It was an ambulance. These two are more likely to turn into an actual ambulance than tell you anything useful about a flag. Luckily, you've already solved this mystery. Oh, God. It's a warning that turquoise is back in fashion. Wear turquoise now. It's a turquoise emergency. Or, the flag is there to warn you about the flagpole, so you don't run into it. The little one seems like a smart option, but I'm not quite sure. And thank you for the hydrate check, Zoro. Much appreciated. Honestly, our stats are so freaking good, we can't really go wrong. I'm thinking the top one is boldness. I would be willing to go on that. The lower one can either be creativity or smarts. Honestly, all of our stats are really quite good by this point. The top one maybe is more creativity. The lower one seems smarts. The top one is creativity, I think. So I'm gonna probably go with the top one because creativity is our strongest stat. Like, our stats are already really freaking good, but I just kind of want to still play it safe, just in case. It's a warning that turquoise is back in fashion. Wear turquoise now. It's a turquoise emergency. Yes! Oh no, a turquoise emergency? But I'm a red ambulance. What am I gonna do? Be cool, Wanda, be cool. You don't need to handle this emergency. That's why we put up the flag. Oh, and thank you for the hydrate check, Pugmaster. Indeed, darlings. The only ambulance we need here is the ambulance of the heart. Milo, the ambulance of the heart is just a regular ambulance. Ambulances treat all organs. Not the heart inside the body, Calculester. I am talking of the heart inside the heart. Organ heart, not found inside of organ heart. There is only blood. Not the heart full of blood, Calculester. The heart full of feelings. Feelings that tell us who to love, and how to sing, and when to wear turquoise. Are you saying that we should change into turquoise? Sorry, excuse me. Change into turquoise outfits? No, Calculester. I am saying we should change into turquoise outfits immediately. Whoa. They seem pretty stoked about this turquoise thing. Do you think we should change into turquoise outfits? 20 minutes later. Nah. We still got to see some swimsuit action, yes! It's all good, David. You do what you need to do to take care of yourself. Just take care of yourself tonight. Be kind to yourself. It's all good. But yes, oh my god, I'm sorry. I just have to fangirl for a second because Milo is so cute in turquoise. I love that outfit on them. Oh my god, and Calculester is so cute. Salty turquoise, baby. Yes. Hello, Has this arbitrary change to my color palette rendered me more cute? Absolutely. It absolutely has, babe. It's a good thing we saw that flag. Otherwise, Lord knows what would have happened to our brands. Bless your keen eyes, Stephanie. You make my heart want to wave the white flag of surrender. I was going to say something clever here, but Milo stole my last pun. Whatever you get, you gain +4 boldness and smarts. Fuck yes. Salty turquoise, dude. Oh, fuck yeah. I love this. Let's go to the woods. We haven't been to the woods yet. Our stats are just so fucking good. I feel pretty good about this, guys. That day you get lost in the woods. You decide to study the tree's bark and moss patterns to solve the situation. By reading one tree's bark, you realize which direction north is. By reading another tree's bark, you learn the exact age of the tree, 73 years old. By reading yet another tree's bark, you learn the tree likes Irish poetry and believes Buffy and Spike were the ultimate ship on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. They were. Fight me. Honestly, Berserk Boy, if you want a more recent game, I could highly recommend this one. It's so much fun, it's funny as fuck, and the team behind it is absolutely amazing, so I highly recommend checking this one out. Whoa, so much useless knowledge. You gain +2 smarts. You're going to die in less than 48 hours, but honestly, this has been the best week of your entire life. And it's all thanks to Milo. They've been spending every moment with you, planning your big party, and helping you celebrate all the best parts of being alive. Currently, the two of you are admiring some blooming pink cherry blossom trees together, in a private garden, of course, no peasants around to obstruct your view. And the blossoms, gorgeous Stephanie. Technically, cherry blossoms are supposed to bloom in the spring, not the summer. But I called in a few favors with nature so you could see them now. It would be downright tragedy if you died before seeing these flowers after all. I'm sorry, he called in a favor from nature itself to make cherry blossoms bloom earlier so that I could appreciate them before I die? I'm sorry, that is the most romantic shit I've ever heard.
Yes.
Yes, and David, it sounds like you're in need of some rest and some much needed self-care. Like, just do what you need to do to take care of yourself and take care of your mental health. If you need to head out early, that's totally fine, but just take care of yourself, okay, dude? Milo sighs happily and leans on your shoulder. They whip out their phone and start texting. Guys, it's happening! You realize that this is one of your favorite parts of life. Quiet, comfortable silence while someone you adore is texting right beside you. You enjoy the moment. Oh, look, Stephanie. The caterer for the party just confirmed that they can make the amuse-bouche look like tiny versions of your face. Thank God. My, I can't believe that the party is tomorrow. Life flies by so quickly. By the way, have you started contemplating your big party toast? It'll be the total climax of the evening. And really, the encapsulation of what made your life worth living. No pressure, though. Why don't you read me what you have so far, dear? I'm sure I'll be thoroughly impressed with your profundity. Okay, it is time to impress the fuck out of Milo with your big party speech. We've been working on it, so this should be pretty easy. You'll just have to make 2 poetic metaphors and 1 mind-blowing closing line. Here goes. Come on. Good evening, cherished friends and family. Today I die, for do not fret. It's okay, for death is the end of a beautiful song. As I, Stephanie, face my rapidly approaching doom, I now realize that life has been like a decadent, juicy peach to be enjoyed to the last bite, a turtle perpetually stuck on its back, a rabid raccoon that wants to maul our faces again and again, or a jazz solo where improvisation meets beauty. Oh god, I can't decide between the peach and the solo. I'm going with a jazz solo. That sounds much more Milo. And me. And everything. You like jazz? I do enjoy jazz. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm gonna be so self-indulgent here, but I know exactly what I'm gonna fucking write. As I prepare to leave, I want to tell you about the thing I think everyone should do at least once before leaving this realm. We should all... I hope this fits. No, it doesn't fit! God damn it. I was hoping it would fit. It looked like it was gonna fit. And also, yeah, it totally fits with this game. And thank you for the hydrate check, essentially, Carmina, because, oh lord, I need it. Oh. Thank you for the hydrate check, Daniel. Time to refill my glass. Good, good, good. Yeah, we don't have a lot of space. I'm happy to just put stay wicked. You guys know that I was going to say stay wicked and wonderful. That's all good. Oh, and a stretch check from Hayden. Much appreciated. Oh, thank you. Come on. And as I prepare to leave, I want to tell you about the thing I think everyone should do at least once before leaving this realm. We should all stay wicked and wonderful. I can't fit the rest in. Hang on, can I? No, I can't. Come on, please. Please. Yes. Your words ring so true, so wise. I've brought death to so many people, and I couldn't have put it better myself. Death truly is the end of a beautiful song. When you think it is like that, my job as a Grim Reaper requires a whole new layer of meaning, doesn't it? And life, such poetry, Stephanie. You make life and death make so much sense. Of course, if life is clearly a jazz solo where improvisation meets beauty, it can only end with the end of a beautiful song. Those two things are such perfect complement for each other, such an obvious balance. When you put it like that, you make me fall in love with life all over again. Guys, it's happening! Stephanie, I didn't know you had such poetry in your heart. Thank you for sharing it with me. Finding the poetry in life may sound cheesy, but it is so necessary. Sadly, there are so many people spending their days complaining and focusing on what makes them hurt. So much frustration, anger, and sadness. It is true that life can be hard, but it is not a good or bad thing. It is a complicated entanglement of many things that spin and spin until it stops spinning when you least expect it. Will you welcome death as the final chapter to all the delicious things your soul savored? Or will you ask yourself why you never got the chance to stay wicked as you realize all that could be and wasn't? Then there's other people. The ones that, as you say, see life as a jazz solo where improvisation meets beauty. It is so sweet to watch them die. They so truly sing, Stephanie, as they found their little miracles hidden in their day by day. They remember all the kisses, all the dances, all the laughter, all the celebration, where they ended up embracing the sun as it arose, surrounded by loved ones, so inebriated with life. They look so at peace, and as they take my hand, they tell me about these beautiful memories. Milo takes your hand! Guys, it's happening! How can you not fall in love life when, in between all the pain, it has the potential to harbor all that raw, aggressive beauty? Isn't everything weird and wonderful? Oh, I could say we only met before. If you had more time, we could stay wicked together. Imagine that. No, I choose to focus on what's good. I am happy that we met now, Stephanie, and that I got to know you this well before you go. Come. Milo pulls you into a vibrant, passionate dance. Tomorrow will be a sad day, but also a wonderful day. Let's dance to life and to all that makes this wild ride something so memorable. And to you and me. Let's dance forever till the world ends. Dance with me. I'm sorry, I'm so overwhelmed right now. I'm fangirling so hard. I'm so sorry. They look at you so intensely. It's like they pierce the very core of yourself. So close to the end, and yet feeling like life is just blossoming into such a feast of emotions. But who cares? Today you dance forever. The last day of summer is here. Milo, my love. Milo, will you come to the meteor shower with me and then kill me shortly after? Please. Yay. Today is the day. Today you die. Hey, Stephanie. We both know what happens now. Are you ready? As ready as you'll ever be. I'm sorry. I'm ready. I'm ready, Milo. Your big party goes off without a hitch. It's a true celebration of your life. After several hours of dancing and fun, everyone has gone to watch the meteor shower or elsewhere. It has been beautiful, hasn't it? I've loved doing this with you. I didn't know you that well before, but now that I've helped arrange a celebration of your life, I think I knew you much better. And I must admit, I like what I see. Okay, it should happen at any moment now. I'll get a ping on my phone for the gig. I asked to take any gig nearby tonight, so I should be the one bringing you to the other side. I removed my flannel for this, I'm so flustered. Where's my water glass? I need to stay hydrated. Thank you, Ashley. You two hold hands and wait. And wait? Weird. Let me check something. Oh. Milo, what's wrong? Oh. Okay. So, funny story. I think I misread the gig. It wasn't you who's dying tonight, but another Stephanie. It's a pretty common name, you know? Ah, if I only paid a bit more attention to my gigs. My bad! God damn it. I love you so much, Milo. So, you're not actually gonna die? I mean, you will someday, but not tonight. Still, we could keep on celebrating life if you know what I mean. Milo starts undressing while entering the lake. They throw a short, suggestive glance. Oh my god, it's happening. Oh my god! Oh my god, I can't. I need to finish my fucking drink. Your heart stops for a second, but like, in a good way. You join Milo in the lake. Sorry, they're so fucking hot. They're so free. So in love with life. It's inspiring. You could learn a lot from them. Like how meaningless it is to worry about death. When you could spend every minute basking in the earthly wonders of being alive. And that night, you celebrate life in a feast of flesh and desire. I am so happy, you guys. Yes! It took us like 5 streams, but we finally did it. We boned the Bone Bay. That's the last of my vodka. And yes, the art of them is so amazing. I loved it. Before we knew it, those weeks were gone. Also, hi Big Bad King Boo Boo, glad you could join us. Before we knew it, those weeks were gone. It felt like a hot minute, and it felt like an entire lifetime. That night, as we saw summer coming to an end, we all wonder what could come next for us. It felt like the end of something big. Little did we know life still had many wonders and misadventures in store for us. Now I'm older and I can see it. How those years became the foundation of the mythology of our lives. Broken hearts turned tragedies sung for centuries. Wild nights became epics treasured forever. Every kiss and every laugh is now a constellation we'll always find while gazing into the starry night, no matter how many years go by. Even today, I can still close my eyes and I'm there. On that last summer night. Feeling like I was just starting to live life. With all my friends around that campfire. So young and unafraid. And so ready to start. Guys, we did it! We boned the Bone Bay. I am so happy. Oh god, I love this game so much. We finally got to romance Milo completely and I'm so happy. Oh yes, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I love you so much, Milo. You're so cute. And we did it, guys. I think I would have to look up a walkthrough on how to romance the Mothman. Just because that one's like a side character. It's not one of the main characters. So what I'm going to do is we'll enjoy the rest of the credits together. Then I'm just going to take a quick break, use the restroom, and make myself some Milo. And I'll be back for the second game. But let's just enjoy this amazing credit sequence with these beautiful dorks. Oh, I'm so happy, you guys. I got my dose of calcium. Also, I saw all those hydrate check, guys. I'll finish the rest of my glass of water. Everyone cool down for a bit. And also, Wolf Warrior, while I get it, it's a joke, let's keep the more lewdish, like, comments regarding me out of the chat, okay? But yes, I enjoyed that very, very much, but I would like to think I mostly kept my composure. But let us just enjoy this moment, this glorious moment we worked so hard for. And yes, big high fives. Fuck yes. Oh god, I love this game. I'm so glad I got to see that this is turning into a hell of a rig. It's been a wonderful week. I was so tired before I started tonight's stream, but I'm just so happy. I'm so happy right now. Oh, you guys are amazing. I love these dorks so, so much. Thank you so much, Beautiful Glitch, for a beautiful game. And for a beautiful, beautiful Reaper for me to seduce. Milo. But yes, I'm gonna quickly excuse myself for a second, make my promised glass of Milo. which I'm thinking it's like almost 9:30 at night. So drinking Milo probably isn't the best thing to do because it helps caffeinate you a little bit. But you know what? We're having fun tonight. It's a well-deserved reward, and you need that calcium. So I'm just gonna step away for a quick second while you guys chill for a bit, and I will be back in just a moment. And I am back. Thank you so much for your patience, guys. I have my Milo here with me. I was looking at the chat, and some of you don't know what Milo is. It's an Australian thing, given to me very generously by Hayden. Thank you so much again for the gift package, like the care package. I love it. I'm going to enjoy everything in that in moderation. And I almost cried when I saw that you'd sent me a bar of the Margaret River Chocolate Factory salted caramel, because that's my actual favorite thing that they make there. So thank you so much. But yes, this is what Milo is. I'll try and put it. So it's milk, and so it's kind of like a chocolatey powder, but it's chunkier. It's not quite like Ovaltine. It's kind of similar to Ovaltine, but it's a lot chunkier than, say, Nesquik. So it doesn't actually dissolve into the milk and make it like chocolate milk. You kind of have it like, you kind of have to eat it and drink it at the same time, but it's delicious and glorious. And in case you want confirmation that it is actually called Milo, there we go. It's reversed on the camera, but you get the idea. It's called Milo, and I love it. It's delicious. And you can just eat it straight from the can, but which I have been known to do. But this is a special occasion, so I'm going to enjoy my glass of Milo. This is the best dessert ever. Oh my god. I'm so happy right now. I haven't had Milo in so long. I'm so happy, you guys. It's kind of weirdly like cereal in that sense that you kind of eat. Because the thing is, once you've added the milk, it goes kind of like gooey at the top. So you kind of have to scoop it, and it's like chocolatey, crumbly goodness. And it's delicious. It's amazing. Oh, Hayden, no, you've already sent so much. Like, dude, you're under no obligation to send more. It's all good. It's all good. Oh, Pugmaster, that's a really good question. I love M&Ms. Like, in terms of like general snack foods that you can get almost anywhere, I love M&Ms. The only thing is I can't eat peanut M&Ms. I have a mild allergy to peanuts. But I love almond M&Ms. Love almond M&Ms. They're probably my favorite like snack that I can think of off the top of my head. Okay. So we're gonna do one more round, and we're gonna try to make to go after Dahlia. Try so hard, because we haven't succeeded in seducing her yet. If we're not able to, that's okay. She'll just forever be... Oh, Wolfroy, it's all good. I read what the ingredients were, and it's all good. It's all good. I gave it to my boss at work, and she really, really liked them. So it's all good. And it's not like it's gonna kill me or anything. It's just that it's a bit of an irritation for me to eat. So I just quickly had a quick read through of the ingredients, and it's all good. It's all good. All right, short game. And yes, let's try and play as Oz again, because I love the idea of Oz, my beautiful little shadow boy, trying to go after Dahlia. And yes, let's pick Oz. And thank you for the hydrate check, Pugmaster. I'm just gonna fill my glass. I'm gonna have so many glasses around here. I haven't tried the other one you sent me, Wolf Warrior. Just because I'm pacing myself with the snacks that you guys send me, so I can really take the time to enjoy them. I did like the bar that you sent me with the chocolate bar that you sent me. That was really, really nice. Had that with nice coffee. Oh, thank you so much for joining us tonight, Daniel. And take care, have a wonderful weekend, and all the best to you, okay? And yes, I won't be streaming this Sunday because I'll be doing my live narration. But yes, let us play as Oz.
He's so cute. Ah,
Sorry, my hair's in the way.
eh.
Let us try. Oh yes, Pugmaster. I do have a PO box. You can find the address for the PO box on my Twitter, under my location, and also on my YouTube channel under my about/information page as well. Tonight's been such an amazing success. I'm so happy. I've got Milo. I seduced Milo, and you guys are having a wonderful time. So it's all good. Need another mouthful of this. Oh, Pugmaster. If you send me some maple syrup from Vermont, I will lose my shit. Just fuck yes. But even though I have a PO box, no one is under any obligation to send me anything. Honestly, anything that I receive, whether it's a care package or a card or a letter, all of it's really, really appreciated and cherished. So no one's under any obligation to send me anything to my PO box, only if you're able to. But I always insist you take care of your own finances first and foremost, okay? You know what? I like that suggestion, Wolf Warrior. Because Aussie is a cute name. Let's call him Aussie. Since we're having an Aussie night anyway. Oh my god, Pugmaster, you live 15 minutes from the Ben & Jerry's factory. Fuck yes. Oh, thanks for the tip, Hayden. I appreciate that. They're in my fridge at the moment, but I'll keep that in mind for before I crack them open. Oh, Samuel, very good question. I honestly can't think of anything at the moment. Honestly, anything you guys want to send me is absolutely incredible. I'm always open to receiving snacks, fan art, fan mail, anything that you guys want to send me. The only thing is I can't eat it if it has peanuts in it. It's not a severe allergy, so it's not going to kill me, but it just causes a bit of an irritation. But that's the only thing. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Come on, Aussie.
Goodbye, comfort zone.
He's so cute. Feelings. Okay, so I'm thinking when it comes to Dahlia, it's like boldness and fun, that kind of bombast aspect to her, and maybe creativity as well. So we've got magma trekking boots, penguin mask, totally fine ukulele, campfire songbook, tardigrade plushie, fake noble title, magic mirror, Sudoku Rubik's cube, or very strong insect repellent. Let's go with campfire songbook, maybe? Actually, let's go with the ukulele first and see what that does. Okay, so that's boldness and creativity. That's good. Let's go with the penguin mask. Fun and boldness. Okay, good. Actually, yeah, that's a good point, Wolf Warrior. Let's go with the Fig Noble title to kind of balance out our stats. Creativity and charm. Okay, cool, cool, cool. That's good. And I'm just going to skip through this intro since we've already done it this stream. Wall of Ham, so what you're saying, I should send everything in well-cleaned peanut packages. I might have to disinfect everything. But I'm sure I'll be fine. Everyone knew that if you were into someone, you were going to watch that damn thing together. And so silently, a powerful pressure invaded us. It was the monster prom all over again. Everything seemed uncertain. Everything but one thing. I need to put my Milo somewhere. If we were going to ask the media shower date, it was probably going to be one of the 6 coolest people on that bus. Joy Johnson Tajima, badass witch who wanted to chill a bit after saving the world countless times. Aravi Mishra, a hot-headed adventurer possessed by a curse who had turned out to be the most annoying roommate ever. Calculus Hewlett Picard, a library computer who had become a sentient robot ready to experience life to its fullest. Dahlia Aquino, a buff blue demon and warmonger who had set her sights on conquering summer next. Damien LeVay, a fearless demon with a taste for destruction and a love of fire. And Milo Belladonna, my bae, a death reaver doubling as an internet influencer and who is profoundly in love with life and all of its earthly pleasures. Oh, Pugmaster, that's so sweet. I'm really glad that you're having a good time with us tonight. I really try to keep the streams entertaining and fun and healthy. So yeah, I'm really glad you're having a really good time tonight, and you guys are absolutely incredible. You guys are the chat, and you make the chat so wonderful and welcoming, which I do genuinely appreciate. The bus trip was long, and all of summer could be shaped by the first step well taken. And so it was clear it all came down to breaking the ice and causing a good impression with the right person. Which of these animals do you like the most? Peacocks, cats, crocodiles, especially when thrown at me. Badgers, they don't give a fuck about anything. Chickens, they can kill you, or Tamagotchis. Oh! Yes, chat, you are adorable. You're adorable and I love you. I'm thinking either crocodiles. Actually, badgers sounds more like, Aravi. Chickens is leaning maybe towards Damien. But yeah, crocodiles is sounding much more, like Dahlia. So I'm thinking crocodiles? Yes. Hang on. This Milo is so good. Sorry, I inhaled Milo dust. Fuck! Fuck! That's the one downside about Milo. Is that when it goes gooey on the top, there's still those dry patches, and if you inhale while you're taking a sip, it's kind of like doing the cinnamon challenge, but chunkier. But I'm good. All good, all good. Fuck yeah! I love me a good flying crocodile. It's an animal I made up. I made the crocodile fly by throwing it really, really hard. I hope there's crocodiles at camp. Maybe we can make them fly together, Aussie. We only have 3 weeks left to woo our crushes and conquer their hearts. Fuck yes. I inhaled Milo dust. Stephanie while playing Monster Cat. God damn it. While we're loading, I'll see if I can kind of ease towards the bottom of my Milo.
So many options.
I need all of the calcium. I'm gonna finish my last sip of Milo, and then we'll get started, okay guys? Hang on. Let me get some sip! Yes, you can find this game on Steam. Highly, highly recommend it. That was delicious and well deserved after 5 weeks of trying to seduce the Bone Bay. No, I would never do that to Milo. I love them too much. We would tastefully enjoy a charcuterie board with some wonderful wine while listening to jazz, while naked and lying beside a lake. Of course. Yes, Steam and Nintendo Switch. You can also get this game on Nintendo Switch. Hey Raven, how's it going? Thank you so much for the 10-month resub. I really appreciate it, dude. But let us check on smarts first and foremost. I love charcuterie boards, they're so good. Let's work on our smarts first, I think. Oh, Ozzy's so cute. That day in the woods, you find a mysterious portal to an unknown dimension. Whoa. Not stupid that you think to jump in on yourself this time, so you decide to tie a chipmunk to a string and throw it in there. You pull the chipmunk back, expecting it to be dead or at least warped by the interdimensional travel. But it turns out whatever is on the other side is a portal taught by the chipmunk calculus to some very cognate arguments about gender identity. You and the chipmunks have a long, insightful conversation, and he helps you with your summer school homework. You gain +2 smarts. After that, you happen upon Dahlia messing around in front of her tent. It looks like she's surrounding it with bear traps and pictures of herself saying, "Swipe is no swiping." Okay, they're back into their regular clothes. I thought maybe once you selected that option on the menu, it stays across all the games, but apparently not. That's all good, though. Oh, hey, Ozzy. How... Oh, damn it. Dahlia stepped in one of her bear traps while walking up to you. She yanks it off her foot and proceeds to mangle and take revenge on every last one of them. Is anyone else turned on right now? Oh, I should have known those rusty little ankle biters would never work. But how else can I improve my fortress away from fortress? Ozzy, maybe you can help me. As you know, I'm an extremely accomplished monster scout, and the badges I've earned are arguably worth more than gold or love. Obviously, I can't undercut my natural good looks by wearing them all the time, but I don't like storing them in my tent without any sort of defenses. There are some monster scout badge thieves lurking around every corner, hiding in the shadows, always ready to steal badges. I need to be prepared. Ooh, favorite desserts, Pugmaster. Ice cream. Like, as much as I adore, like, beautiful, amazing desserts, like hot, like warm brownies with vanilla ice cream, that's probably one of my other favorites. Like warm chocolate and salted caramel brownies with a scoop of vanilla ice cream while the brownie is still warm. That is probably one of my absolute favorite desserts. I like ice cream. I just adore ice cream. I love many different flavors of ice cream. Ice cream sundaes with lots of cherries, of course. But I don't know. I love desserts. I love desserts. Desserts, I've got a massive sweet tooth, so I love all kinds of desserts. Hayden, you're a fucking adult. You can have dessert for breakfast if you want to, my good sir. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like, guys, we went from thirsty to being hungry. Like, that's already things are looking up for us. You kind of doubt that, but it's cute seeing Dahlia so passionate and worked up about something. In your silence, she goes back to punching the bear traps. Now's a good time to brainstorm. How can you fortify her tent and ward off badge thieves? Hayden, that wasn't supposed to pressure you to get dessert for breakfast, but I was just saying, if you're an adult, you can eat whatever you want for brekkie. But yeah, for my personal favorites, like ice cream, definitely, like ice cream sundaes, chocolate brownies with warm chocolate and salted caramel brownies with vanilla ice cream. I also love salted caramel anything. Salted caramel is one of my favorite flavors of anything because it's salty and sweet at the same time and it's gooey and delicious. So, hell yes. Hell yes. Alrighty. Make a scarecrow out of the corpse of a previous robber or scatter a very alluring 1,000-piece puzzle around the tent. Thieves will get so distracted trying to finish it they won't have time to steal anything. Huh. I don't know about this one because I was initially thinking make a scarecrow would be creativity because that's making something, but I don't know. The piece puzzle could also be creativity. What do you guys think? Because I think definitely the top one is more Dahlia, so I kind of want to go with that one. I don't really know. I'm gonna go with the top one though, because that seems more Dahlia. Oh, god damn it. That's not a bad idea. I already have all the materials ready. Let's make some scarecrows. Dahlia pulls like so many dead bodies out of her tent. Why does she have so many corpses readily available? She sets up desecrated corpses all around her tent until it resembles a spirit Halloween display. Or the United States Senate. God damn it, this game. Okay, cool. Thanks for the idea, Ozzy. If you'll excuse me, I'm off to do my daily workout routines. Don't wait up for me. 3 days pass. Far, far away from Camp Spooky, there is an infamous inn where many pirates, rogues, and adventurers from across the seven seas came to rest between heists. Bar fights, secret council meetings, at the occasional vigilante execution. No nefarious activity is left unpenetrated by the stick it in. This fucking game! I swear to God! Okay. If you run a D&D campaign, I'm sorry, you have to put the stick it in your game. I'm sorry, it's now a law. Oh my god, I'm writing that down. I need to put that in a D&D game someday. This fucking game, hang on. Where the fuck are my notes? I have a note thing specifically for places and things. Hang on. I'm sorry, I had to make a note of that because that is just too fucking perfect to... It's the answer to that question, Hayden, is yes. But good night, David. I hope you're doing better in the morning. Take care of yourself, okay? And have a good weekend. Thank you so much for dropping by, and I hope things get better soon for you, mate. No, I have to say it again more seriously. No nefarious activity is left unpenetrated at the Stick It Inn. Amidst the typical rough housing and shanty singing in the canteen, a group of valiant corsairs stands at the bar and discuss what adventure awaits them next. I've got my sights set on the Southern Isle, says one. I'll have that ruby-encrusted tampon of Aphrodite if it's the last thing I do. You do you, mate. Like, whatever. Ha! A paltry treasure for a lesser thief, laughs another. My crew and I have a bigger fish to fry. Specifically the fearsome Kraken tuna. We'll have enough sandwiches and salads to last us a lifetime. They're all interrupted by a soft, creepy cackle coming from a cloaked drunkard nearby. If you starry-eyed upstarts want a real treasure, he says mysteriously, then you should be pilfering the demoness's stash from the Camp of Spooky. Camp of Spooky, says the first guy. Huh, everyone knows that place is a myth. An old wives' tale swapped between horny adventurers on the steamy seas. I assure you it's real, says the drunkard, and within it there is a dark, tent-like cave, which ye can tell is important because it is festooned with the corpses of lesser adventurers who dared plunder it. But if ye are brave enough, inside there rests an invaluable treasure, a garment decorated with ribbons that the demoness herself earned with feats of wit and dexterity. If it be real, then let us capture this treasure, says one of the adventurers, slamming his mug of ale down. Onward, men, to the demoness's hoard! The entire bar erupts in cheers and everyone storms out, raising their mainsails and sharpening their daggers for the biggest hunt of their lives. Hey, asshole. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Ozzy. All those corpses you told me to put up totally backfired. These past few days have been the worst. All these obnoxious adventurers keep trying to rob my tent. I haven't had a break from killing them since I put those scarecrows up. And, I mean, I do like murdering people, but summer shouldn't only be about murder. I still like to vary up my day with exercise and light antagonization.
You're failing at summer!
You're a poophead and your idea was poop. No, she called us the worst thing in the world. Ouch. No one likes to be a poophead. Another surprise theft attempt spares you from becoming one of Dahlia's scarecrow corpses, but you still lose 2 smarts and 1 fun. No! We tried.
Take a minute to think.
Oh, baby. It's okay. Let's try and see if we can get some of our smarts back. While hiking through the woods, you come across a bunch of delicious edible mushrooms. Well, you think they're edible anyway. I mean, you ate them. On a completely unrelated note, you also meet an ancient, all-powerful god who's timelessly intelligent and also really into vaporwave for some reason. You gain +2 smarts from your dope conversation with the vaporwave god. Okay, now she's back in the special outfits. Not sure what happened there, but okay. You link up with Dahlia to help her with her ongoing quest to judo throw every tree in the entire forest. It's mostly an excuse to hang out with Dahlia and feed her orange slices while she gets all sweaty wrestling trees. Alright, I think we're making progress. We've been out here for 3 hours and I've thrown... How many trees have I thrown? 0 trees, you tell her. What? What about the 2-legged tree with the hat that kept telling me to stop and trying to stop throwing the trees? That was the park ranger, you tell her. And you're sure that's not a kind of tree? Its bark was the right color. Those were clothes, you explain. Alright, we'll count it as half a tree. Sure. Alright, who's next? Well, how about this strapping young tree with Scott's face? Okay, you wily tree. This is what you get for impersonating my friend Scott. Yeah. Oh, Scott in his tree outfit. That's so cute. Hell yes. Ugh. Excellent. None of the other trees have made that sound so far. I must be getting stronger.
A tree.
No, Dahlia, I'm not a tree. It's me, your friend Scott. Scott? Is it really you? I didn't recognize you inside that perfect tree disguise. Thanks, but I don't think it's actually that perfect. I've been practicing being a tree in the woods so I can be an even better tree than I was in our high school play, but the other trees don't accept me. Oh, Scott!
Oh, bro.
They won't even catch my frisbee when I throw it at them. It's like they're ignoring me. Ignoring you? Unacceptable. I've got to make you into the coolest and most tree-like tree in this entire forest. Then they'll accept you and your frisbees. Pugmaster, I'm so proud of you. Yes, that bird at Scott's waist height is definitely a woodpecker. Very nice. Isn't that right, Ozzy? It seems just a wee bit futile, but Dahlia is so cute when she's engaged in an impossible task. If you come up with a good enough idea, maybe it'll improve your chances with her. Do a DNA test. Maybe Scott really is part tree. If Scott wants to be a tree, he's got to act like a tree. By bearing fruit? Oh, God. I have no idea. What do you think, guys? That seems maybe smartness? And maybe that one's charm? Our smart is the... honestly, our charm and smart isn't that great, which honestly, that one is feeling much more like it's going to be one of those two options. So I'm going to go with the DNA test. Fingers crossed, guys. God damn it, our stats just aren't that high. Fuck, I'm sorry, guys. Wow, you can do that? You can test my DNA to see if I'm part tree? Well, you can't personally do it, but you do know a company that will do it for a ridiculously low price in exchange for harvesting all of Scott's personal data.
That sounds great.
That sounds great, let's do it. You order a kit and tell Scott to drool in a tube so you can send it away. He's a bit disappointed he doesn't get to pee in the tube, but he's a good boy, so he does what he's told. Scott is a good boy. You get the results back and you're ready to totally falsify them with some crayons to make Scott feel better, but he grabs them before you can do anything. Oh, it says here that I'm 0% tree. I was hoping for at least a little percent. Oh well, I guess I'm just a regular. 0% werewolf? What? How? Has my whole life been a lie? If I'm not a werewolf, what am I? Am I even a good boy? Scott, you're a good boy. You snatch back the paper and read the results. Ah, you see the problem. The results got mixed up by mistake. You showed Scott the name at the top of the page.
Oh, bro.
Oh, take care, Shadow Tom. Hope you have a wonderful weekend, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. Larry Morris? You mean I'm not even Scott? I'm Larry? Everything I've known is wrong?
You're the saddest bunch I've ever met.
How dare you present this emotionally shattering information to my friend Scott?
Aw.
Or should I say my friend Larry? I don't even know anymore. Dahlia is so busy consoling Scott, she has no time to try and judo throw any more trees. And she definitely doesn't have any more time for you. You lose 2 charm and 1 smarts. Honestly, I was going to take a gamble with what we could go after for drinks, but I'm going to try my best to get the stat smoothie when we can, because I'm thinking we need that boost to our stats. Hey Cal, since you're like super smart, I need your help. We need to come up with the spookiest, scariest campfire story ever.
What are the plans for today?
May I inquire as to the necessity of this objectively unimportant request? Unimportant? It's super important. Everyone knows that scary stories around the campfire are essential to having the best summer camp experience ever.
Is this a nature?
Oh, I see. This is an example of the sort of time-consuming task you organics perform in the pursuit of food? No, forgive me, the word is fun.
Calculator. Updated.
Very well, I will do my best to help you achieve fun. I struggle with creative tasks, but perhaps if I crunch the data from several famous horror stories, I can compile my own. Yes! A mega horror story! I can't wait. Make me poop my pants, Cal. Thousands of pages of text flash before Cal's screen in the blink of an eye, going faster and faster until... Chapter 10, Scared to Nowhere. We're in the forest of bad choices. Becky Slutson and Football Jones are in love. Soon they will be dead. Ooh, I'm shaking already. Becky. Oh, football. Moms don't understand. My death is inevitable. She is not scared, for Slutsons do not know fear of true friendship. Football does not answer. His teeth is hand hook, man door, car door. His inside bones become outside bones. Audience is sufficiently afraid. Ah, you bet I am. There is now a murder cabin. The realtor should not be there. I have Antolito, says the man the audience refuses to trust. What could possibly go wrong, says Skeptic Sam. All is possibly, the great and only possibly. There is now a Ouija board. It is scary because it is copyright infringement. It bleeds blood that is not its own blood. Football Jones outside bones and the Skeptic Sam's inside bones. The skeletons have escaped. They are spooky and scary. Johnny is there. There is only... Error. Insufficient input data to finish the process. No! It was getting so good. What's going to happen to Football Jones' outside bones? You're not even sure what already happened to Football Jones' inside bones, but both of your friends seems pretty invested in this. You need to feed more data into Cal to come up with the spooky, scary ending. You pull up Dropbox and send him a guide on the dangers of downloading suspicious links, or a peace treaty. That sounds more terrifying to Dahlia, so I'm gonna go with that one. Wait, Ozzy, did you send me a peace treaty? But peace is not scary, it is nice. Pugmaster, I'm gonna make some dinner. It was nice stopping by tonight. This was a lot of fun. Thanks for the content, Stephanie. You do the best creepypasta narrations on YouTube. Oh, thank you. I'll look forward to the next live stream I can make. Have a wonderful evening, everyone, and thanks for making me feel welcome here. Pugmaster, thank you so much for being able to make it tonight. We had a wonderful time, and I really hope you had a wonderful time as well. It sounds like you did. Thank you so much, and I cannot wait to see you again. You following me on Twitch already, so fingers crossed you can join us for another stream. We would love to have you back. And take care and have a wonderful weekend, okay? A peace treaty. Egad's the most terrifying conclusion of any war. I can't stand it. Finish the story. I gotta know what happens. But your heartbeat appears unhealthily elevated, and you're also squeezing Ozzy with such pressure that I doubt that he can breathe. Who needs air when you're snuggling with Dahlia? You're sure Cal he needs to finish the story. Okay, the skeletons have escaped. They are spooky and scary. Johnny is here. There is only Mecha Gandhi and the great and powerful Apathy. In their wake is the plague of peace. War is an accident, says Mecha Gandhi. Give me eyes for your eyes. Football Jones and Becky Slutson lay down their sex weapons. This house will be perfect for our family, they announced to the camera. Rage is temporary, apathy is forever, says Mecha Gandhi, and he swallows the outside bones. The end.
Is this what people call camping?
Well, friend Dahlia, was my campfire story adequately terrifying? Holy shit, yeah! I'm so scared I don't even know if I can sleep alone tonight. This is so cool. I'm happy to have been adequate. So, can you put Ozzy down now? I do not believe the members of his species have spines that bend at a 78-degree angle. No way, who cares about your posture? You don't need properly functioning inside bones when you have Dahlia. Fuck yeah, you do. Bring out your flasks. Okay, I'm gonna try my best. Ooh, thank you for the stretch check. Oh. Thank you, my dude. Oh, I needed that. Oh. But yes, I'm gonna try and use my skills to get the smoothie again, because our stats are shit. Against your better judgment, you decide to visit Swan that weekend.
Just in time, yeah? I just prepared a bunch of drinks. I have no idea what they do. They could make you immortal or turn your blood into mayonnaise. You know, wizard in training. Drink at your own risk. Yeah. But if you made up your mind, get ready.
Wish me luck, guys. Come on. Oh shit, it doesn't look to be an option, but that's okay. I'll just try and find something okay. Okay. This looks somewhat okay. We're gonna just straight up chug ectoplasm. This will be interesting. This is gonna be one of our most chaotic run-throughs yet.
Did you just put ectoplasm in a cup and drink it? Are you for real? I was analyzing that to understand why some ghosts are so chaotic. Who knows how your body will assimilate the degree of chaos. You could very well start getting inverse stat effects from all the outcomes of your adventures.
Okay, but just one.
Still hard to believe you drank that. Good luck, I guess.
All right.
I'm confused and worried. I'm very curious to see what's gonna happen. But let's try and improve our charm a little bit. It's a typical bloody Camp Dome battle royale. While you're hiding to catch a breath, a severed fist flies through the air and lands in your lap. You unfold it. The fist was holding a tarnished silver locket containing a photo of a loved one, likely waiting for the hand's former owner to return home safely. You toss that behind you and also find a crumpled up coupon redeemable for +2 charm at Pedro's Pastrami Paradise. Rad! Thanks, mysterious hand! It sounds like we might lose stats if we do the right option, which is interesting. You're minding your own business, smelling people, when Dahlia grabs you and drags you to the lakeshore. There you are, Ozzy. Once more, I need your help achieving the best summer ever. Critique my rock skipping technique. Dahlia skips a rock straight upwards. It disappears into space. Moments later, you notice a faint glimmer in the sky. It's not Dahlia's rock, or the satellite Dahlia's rock destroyed. It's a meteor, crashes into the woods on the far side of the lake, turning them into a giant bonfire. Yes, ultimate campfire. Quick, tell me some campfire stories, but very loudly. You're about to tell her the one about the horny summer campus who finally boinked, when you're distracted by a glowing figure approaching you across the lake. Greetings, says the figure, in a warm, booming voice. It is I, Kala, Herald of Summer. Kala, it is an honor to meet you. Can you critique my rock-skipping technique? I'm here on much more important errand, says the spirit. Your passion for achieving the ideal summer has moved me. I have a quest for you. I have grown weak as of late due to lack of worship. The herald of the other seasons mock me and drain my power. I need you to... Destroy them. I will do it, noble hot man. I was gonna say talk to them and ask them to stop being such jerks, but honestly, that sounds great if you're up for it. The first herald you must defeat is Vern, Herald of Spring. He's in Florida. Good luck. I make my own luck. Out of blood. Blood! Moments later, you're face to face with Vern. It turns out traveling to Florida is easy. You just mix a can of Bud Light and cough syrup and you're there. This sounds familiar. Moments later, you're face... What's up, bros? Says Vern, while shotgunning a hard seltzer and thinking about boobs. Here to defeat me on behalf of that nerd Kala. Yes, and also to get tan. A good tan is critical for the best summer ever. Says Vern, doing 3 cake stands at once by the grace of his divine might. Suck my Easter eggs, loser. No one can defeat me, he says. I'm gonna live forever. Spring break, woo! You'll just see about that. It so happens that you know the perfect technique for defeating the Herald of Spring. Reminded that spring is just the lame opening act for summer. That one was smart, I think, and we kind of fucked up with that. Or allergies. I think we fucked up with the first one, so I'm gonna go with the bottom one, allergies. Our stats are already kind of bleh. So... Fingers crossed, guys? Oh, we did that one right! Awesome! What? Says Vern, visibly nervous. No way. A little pollen isn't enough to destroy the mighty spring. Oh yeah? And how about a lot of pollen? Eat this 50-pound bag of pollen I carry around for exercise/sex reasons. Okay, Dahlia. No, I don't want to eat it, cries Vern. I only eat microwave burritos and pussy. He lets out a tremendous sneeze. Ha! Take that! And this. Dahlia whips out an enormous bag of shrimp and peanuts and starts stuffing them down Vern's throat. He screams, stop that! Shrimp and peanuts don't have anything to do with spring. Spring shrimp season, die! It turns out Vern actually is extremely allergic to shrimp. Or maybe it's the peanuts. Or the bees. Or the gallon jug of black fluid labeled Vern poison. Whatever the cause, Vern fucking dies like a loser and you dance on his stunner shades. Yes, yes, summer is victorious. Also, I have quite a few shrimp left over. You wanna have a shrimp party? Hell yeah, shrimp party. You dunk them in the Vern poison, it's harmless to you, and you actually... Oh no! Whatever we do, we're fucked. We lose stats.
Come on, you can do this.
Oh. Ozzy, baby. Oh. I'm so sorry. Oh. That's alright. We'll just keep having fun. What should we do? Let's work on our boldness. In the haunted manor, a voice whispers from the walls in a frightening voice. Ozzy, you can't escape your fate. You'll soon gain boldness, but after that something weird will happen to you. It could be great or terrible. You don't want to something potentially terrible happening to you. You stay put to be sure you don't get extra boldness per the voice's prediction. Look at you trying to defy destiny itself. That takes some bravery. Here, have +2 boldness. Fun time for a little romantic stroll with Dahlia through all the spookiest parts of the manor. This summer camp isn't exactly rich with romantic stroll options. but the moment is rudely interrupted when the room you're suddenly in floods with knockout gas.
No fear.
Knockout gas! Quick, breathe it all into your lungs before it can surround. Dahlia, I love you. I love you so much. Somehow, Dahlia's quick thinking fails to save you from the gas. You pass out and wake up in a dark room with terrifying metal contraptions padlocked to your heads. An old blood-stained television in the corner buzzes to life, and you find yourself addressed by the world's creepiest puppet. It looks like a cross between Steve Buscemi and a holiday elf. Give me a second.
Dahlia, Quino, and Ozzy,
Says the puppet.
Dwarf Camp Spooky's thirstiest members. Let's see if we can't quench that thirst, shall we? The contraptions around your head will force you to drink water until you either find the key or die of water toxemia.
Well, I wouldn't know anything about that.
I want to play a game. I don't want to spoil the ending, but I think you'll find that the real key was inside your hole.
Solved it! I solved it. The answer was beat my head against the concrete until the contraption breaks. Oh, Samuel, it's all good. I know how to kind of protect my throat. I can't do that voice for very long, though.
What?
Says the puppet.
No, you were supposed to pee out the key and then use it too. Whatever, it's fine. At least Ozzy's head cage is still intact. No.
Wait, I solved this part too. The solution is beat my head against Ozzy's head until his contraption breaks. Dahlia does exactly that. It gives you a mild concussion, but at least you're not in a head cage anymore. Also, it's sort of like making out. There's not enough water in the world to kill the thirstiness of the chat. Telling, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Oh, you guys are the worst. Time for plan B.
Well played.
Hey guys, it's me, Jerry. Camp's spookiest resident slasher killer. You guys really bulked up my murder puzzle, so now we're gonna have to improvise. Wait, where did you just come from? From behind that curtain labeled, "Don't look back here. This isn't part of the murder puzzle." Oh, sorry, excuse me. That explains why I didn't look there. Cool. Anyway, I still really want to kill you guys, but I promised myself I'd only do ironic puzzle murders this week. So, let's see you try to solve this Rubik's Cube while I'm stabbing you lot.
No one is ready for Dahlia.
I appreciate your work ethic, Jerry, but I think the head-smacking puzzle was much cleverer. You think you're so clever, smashing my puzzles and critiquing my other puzzles? Well, let's see you come up with a better puzzle if you're so smart. I'm pretty sure Dahlia's puzzle will involve smashing something with someone's head, but maybe you can impress her and get rid of Jerry with a suggestion of your own. Oh, awesome, Pugmaster! It's all good. Glad you could drop by for a bit longer. I don't know about this one. Chain Jerry up so he can only grab things with his tongue, and then glue the key to his elbow. Good luck escaping from that. Or present Jerry with the most difficult puzzle of all, solving world hunger. That one seems more smarts. This one seems maybe creativity or fun. Honestly, our stats are fucked already, so I'm kind of like, I'll just pick whatever the goofiest option is, if that sounds good with you guys. So let's go with option A. Chain Jerry up so he can only grab things with his tongue, and then glue the key to his elbow. Good luck escaping from that. Wait, we won with that one? Fuck yeah, dude. Wait, don't chain me up, you guys. This is supposed to be a puzzle for you. But now you know if it's a good puzzle if you don't test it out yourself first. I test all my latest traps and weapons on myself before I ever take them into the battlefield. That's why I only have 2 arms left. You have a point. Okay, chain me up. Luckily, you're in Jerry's creepy murder dungeon, so you have no trouble finding enough rusty chains, padlocks, and superglue to get the job done. Excuse me. And he is dressed like Ed from Ed, Edd and Eddy. Okay, here I go. Gonna solve this puzzle now. What's wrong?
Guys, it's just a mask.
I have a mask on it.
Face going, oh.
I can't use my tongue to grab anything. Take it off. How? With your tongue, obviously. Come on, this isn't an ironic commentary on my past sins. This is just hard to do. Of course, it's an ironic commentary, you say. It's about the all-consuming self-consciousness that made him choose this mask, despite being a rip-off of other slasher killers. But even if I take off the mask, which is fused to my skin by the way, so that's gonna hurt a lot, I still won't be able to lick my elbow. Why is the key on my elbow? Knowing Ozzy, I'm sure that's also a clever punishment. Totally. It's a totally clever and symbolic way of punishing for having bones. Ugh. Cuts my reliance on bones. I'm addicted to the stability they provide, but now that stability has come my downfall. Wow. You guys are really good at murder puzzles. Do you want to team up? I feel like this would go great with my Rubik's Cube idea. You don't say anything. You just leave Jerry chained up in his murder dungeon and you go get ice cream sandwiches. They give you +2 fun and -1 charm. My stats fucking suck, but we're gonna try. Hey. Hello, ladies. You sit down between the classic Dahlia x Joy exchange. Dahlia is being very intense and excited, and Joy looks like she'd walk over a bed of hot coals if she'd walk over a bed of hot coals if it would just shut her up.
Coven is here to save the day.
Oh, I remember this conversation. Come on, Joy, be a great addition to the Coven. I've already memorized all your moves, your favorite catchphrases. I even bought the limited edition Kawaii Third Hope phone case off of eBay. What more do I need to do? How about be a witch? Or even having the slightest bit of foresight and subtlety to your plans? I could be subtle. Look at me. I'm being subtle right now. Watch as I inconspicuously nudge you towards inviting me into the Coven. Now, please let me into the Coven. I want this so badly.
Enough of this.
We don't need a 4th member. 3 is the number of the triple goddess, which is not a force that can be broken. Also, we only have 3 main character slots available. If we open a 4th, the network will be forced to establish a union.
So muscular.
Well, I'm sure there's something I can do. Maybe I could be your body double for the really intense fight scenes? I mean, we're basically twins already.
Not happening.
No. Oh, come on. Look, I already have a Joy wig that I can wear. Is that real hair? Hell yeah. I've been collecting it slowly while you slept so that I could be prepared for this exact situation. Which should show you how committed I am to the Coven. That's creepy as fuck, but okay. Joy looks halfway between exasperated and disturbed, but god, Dahlia is just so cute when she's irresponsibly passionate about something. You know she's not going to drop this until she gets a satisfactory answer. But which of them do you want your answer to appeal to the most? You could be a Coven sleeper agent, so go to sleep and we will let you know when you are needed. Or Coven's last season was too grim. This season needs more sex appeal. You can be the irresistible blue seductress who distracts the villains. That lower one is definitely Dahlia. First one is much more in Joy's favor. So lower one is Dahlia, methinks. What? But that doesn't. Hell yeah, baby, I'm in.
Booty calls.
But we don't need a seductress. That role is definitely already I mean, it's completely unnecessary. No, it makes perfect sense. I can distract villains with my rippling pectorals and raw sexual energy, and you can fight them when they're not paying attention.
Which, please.
Okay, but what? I mean, you are gonna fight them, aren't you? It's not like you're having a torrid love affair with any of your enemies, right? Yeah, Joy, are you? No, what are you talking about? That'd be crazy, no way. Okay, good. Let's talk about some important stuff here. I respect Dimitri, and he's got decent abs, but our relationship probably can't go anywhere beyond platonic. So what do you think the odds are of you convincing that sexy purple gummy bear Liam to be your enemy again? 50%? 80%? I mean, I could burn his house down and leave a note saying that the Coven did it if necessary. Anything for the cause. Joy giggles nervously while Dahlia babbles on about statistics and arson. Hey, maybe if you burn Joy's house down, there's 100% Dahlia would seduce you. Just saying. Okay, maybe the stats juice will be available in this one, so fingers crossed, guys.
Weekend arrives and it's time to visit Juan, the small magical Latino cat. Look who's here. Really, I don't know who in their right mind would take such a risk to visit my bar. I guess you have more thirst than common sense.
Well, from my previous romance, that was fairly obvious.
Anyway, get ready to party.
Okay, it is available in this one. Come on. was so close, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, thank you so much, Punkmaster. That's really sweet. I'm trying my best to be a full-time voice actor. I would love to do streaming and voice acting full-time one day, so that really does mean a lot to me. Thank you. Just straight up poison.
What? That's straight up poison. Don't drink it. I said don't drink it. And you drank it. That'll surely take a toll on your stats, genius.
Oh my god. Our stats are awful.
This is the part where I leave before you puke all over me. Ciao.
Game over, man. Game over.
I hope I choose correctly.
Oh my god. Like, okay, to be fair, this is kind of like the best way to wrap up Monster Camp. We went from the highest highs with the previous romance, with having some of the best stats we've ever had with romancing Milo, to the lowest fucking stats we've ever had while trying to seduce Talia. Let's go to the lake and drown our sorrows. You decide to go relax in the lake for a bit. Camp Spooky gets pretty crazy, so it's nice to just float in the water and chill. You end up falling asleep and wake up to realize you floated halfway across the lake straight into a crab rave. Crabs are just as confused as you are, but they invite you to rave with them. But their party's surprisingly poppin'. You gain +1 invite for the next crab rave and +2 fun. Ozzy, hi, what are you doing? Not important, it's time to kill Winter. I tracked her down. Her name is Bruma and she lives in Alaska in a place made of ice and crude oil. Let's go. You hesitate for a moment because Alaska sucks, but Dahlia triggers a travel montage before you can object. One plane, one bus, and one Tauntaun ride later, you stand before the palace of the Herald of Winter. The portcullis opens with a tremendous grating noise. Who dares approach my sanctum, bellows the Herald, who looks like Elsa from Frozen, but wearing a Christmas sweater emblazoned with the words, "This is not copyright infringement." It is I, Dahlia Aquino, and I have come on behalf of the Herald of Summer to melt you into fluid. Foolish mortal, says Bruma. You cannot defeat the mighty Winter. It is by far the superior season. What? Impossible! Summer has all the best things, revealing swimsuits, sweating profusely, the Summer Olympics. Indeed, says Bruma. The winter has bitter cold, not being able to go outside, and the Winter Olympics. Cuss, she's right. Damn those figure skaters and their sexy ice bikinis. Yes, you cannot stand against ice, smiles Bruma. Now run along. I have a lunch with Sarah Palin in an hour. No, you can't give up so easily. Surely there must be a way to ruin Winter and defeat its herald. Wait, you've got it. Invite all her relatives to a holiday dinner, then ambush them with politics or socks. Give her socks. I'm gonna go with socks. Our stats are fucked already, so let's just go with socks. A truly fiendish plan. Here, use my emergency socks. You ask her why she carries around a pair of emergency socks. They're endlessly useful. You can fill one with quarters to use it as a blackjack, or turn it into a sock puppet to keep yourself company while stranded on a desert island. And if you ever find yourself without socks to wear, you can use an emergency sock as a ski mask and rob a sock store. But of course, the most powerful use of them all is to give them as a gift to your enemy, thus totally demoralizing them because they expected something better. Quick, put them in an elaborately wrapped box and affix a thoughtful note. That'll show her. You do as instructed and quickly present Bruma with the gift. What's this? She says. A present for me. Just a moment ago we were about to fight, but I'm so delighted I've forgotten all about that. Let's see what's inside, shall we? Oh my, it's socks! I love socks! They're so warm and soft, and these ones even have little snowflakes on the side to match my aesthetic. You give Dahlia a sidelong look. What? They were the only blue socks in the store. I'm blue. I will only buy blue socks. Whatever the reason, I'm so touched by this thoughtful gift. Not only those socks, but this beautiful note. What did you write in that note, Ozzy? Something demoralizing, I hope. Oh no, nothing like that. Just that he wants to sex me real good and touch all my gorgeous blue muscles. What? But what about my blue muscles? What about sexing me real good? No, no. Ah, fuck. You accidentally switched your gift note with the love note you were planning to give to Dahlia later. I see it all so clearly now. You two are working together to undermine me all along. I've been betrayed. It's time for Plan B, and the B stands for beatdown. A moment ago you were plotting to kill Winter with your hot friend Dahlia. Now you're getting punched in the face in Alaska. Life comes at you fast. So do Dahlia's fists. You lose +2 charm and +1 boldness because our stats are reversed and this game is fucked. And any hopes of establishing summer as the ruler of all seasons. Boo. But hey, this is still a fun as hell game, even if it's not working out the way we hoped. Let's go for one last walk in the woods. You hike deep into the woods and find a mysterious journal with the number 3.5 on it, half buried in the dirt. Inside is tons of information on local monsters and how to defeat them. It covers gnomes, psychics, time travelers, Illuminati-shaped demons. What a boring journal. Where's the drama? Where's the inner thoughts and insecurities about school crushes? Whoever wrote this journal knew nothing about how journals work. You gain no fun from this, but you surely gain +2 smarts. Boring. Later, you're sitting around fantasizing about what it would be like if Dahlia asked you on a date. Would you head to a gym, visit a battlefield, go dancing DDR? Hey Ozzy, listen, I have an emergency. I need you to take you to dinner tonight. Will you be my date? Holy shit, you're also wondering what it could be like to suddenly inherit $1 million from a mysterious wealthy relative you've never met right now. Okay, that's not how it works apparently, but still, it's a date. You meet Dahlia at a high-class restaurant. Damn, she really went all out for this. Love you. Thank you for coming, Ozzy. Allow me to hold open the door and pull out your chair for you. This is what's happening. I'm suspicious. Now, shall we have some romantic mood lighting? I brought my own candle just in case the restaurant didn't have one. Dahlia pulls an already lit candle out of her pocket and sets it on the table. Fancy. Okay, now that that's out of the way, I love what you're wearing tonight. It makes you look very handsome and all beautiful. Okay. You're about to say ditto when you realize Dahlia is frantically flipping through some kind of guidebook. Okay, I'm supposed to kiss your hand now, I think. Alright, give it here. Now, Dahlia, slow down. You're skipping ahead a few steps. First, you have to order your appetizers, then ask your date about themselves and listen politely. Of course, it's a fucking trap. Why don't you start at the top? This time, don't be too eager to go in for the compliments and physical affection. Your attitude should be inviting, but with an air of mystery. Got it, coach. Mysteriously inviting. I'll start back at pulling the chair out. Atta girl. If you need me, I'll be taking notes behind that big fern over there. Don't be afraid to holler for help. Okay, Ozzy, let's try this again. You look very handsome and or beautiful tonight. Please, tell me everything about your childhood. Oh, didn't you know? I'm trying to earn my romantic first date badge. Coach here is scoring me to see if I'm eligible to receive it. I've been practicing all week. I was so eager to get started, I must have forgotten to tell you. It's okay, that he's here, right? This badge is really important to me. Well, it's not the exact scenario you imagined for your first big date with Dahlia, but you'll take it. Besides, you want to see her succeed. Sorry, zoned out for a second. Maybe you can even help her further. What show-stopping date maneuver would you pull to ensure Dahlia gets her badge? Honestly, our stats are so broken and awful. Go for the overkill. Don't just pay for the bill, pay for all of the bills, or this date will never be enough. Everyone knows that it takes 10,000 hours to achieve mastery, so implant artificial memories of thousands of dates in Dahlia's brain. I don't know with this one. Yeah. we can either go for the overkill and just empty her pockets completely, or we can input her brain with fake memories. I don't like the idea of manipulating her brain, so let's go with the first one. Don't just pay for the bill, pay for all the bills. Wolf Warrior, I will very kindly say I disagree. While it is tradition for if you're in a male female date, then typically traditionally like the guy would pay for the date. But the thing is, whenever I'm dating someone, I always volunteer, like, pay half, or if they insist on paying for dinner, then I absolutely insist on paying for the drinks. So honestly, our stats were so bad, there wasn't really a wrong decision we could make because we were going to lose anyway. You and Dahlia go on to have a lovely date. After 2 hours of eating and chatting, the bill comes. Ah, time to pay. Don't worry, Ozzy. I brought my designer war spoils chest to cover the meal. Not if you have anything to say about it. Dinner is on you tonight. Huh? That's so sweet of you. But I got this. I make plenty of money pillaging lesser kingdoms. No, you already chose this option and can't reconsider. You're paying the bills, damn it. No offense, but I would really rather you didn't. We haven't dated enough for this to feel natural yet, and it's creating a power imbalance that I find uncomfortable. Yes! Exactly! Dahlia makes a good point, Ozzy. You should always stay within the comfort zone of both parties on a first date. It's the most important rule. Besides, there is no team in date unless it's a polycule. Okay? Also, hi, Right Hand of Doom. How's it going? Oh god, you're here to watch us crash and burn. This date is not going great. No, you're not trying to create a power imbalance. You try to explain it's not just Dahlia, you're paying everyone's bills. You walk up to every table and pay everyone's dinner bills. Stop your weird gestures and making this any less awkward. You can't stop, it's too weird now. You're too invested in paying as many bills as possible to avoid the awkward situation you've created. Of course, it's only making everything even more awkward, but you aren't thinking straight now. You can only think about paying more bills. I have no idea what a polycule is, either, Steel Monkey, but I just said what the game said. You leave the restaurant and pay other people's telephone, car, and medical bills to cope. You do this for 3 days straight and you collapse from exhaustion. Only then do you realize you abandoned Dahlia at the original restaurant with her own bill unpaid. Wow, you suck! That kind of defeats the whole point of the date, doesn't it? Looks like you're not getting a badge, but you are losing +2 smarts and +1 creativity. This did not end well.
I can do this.
The last day of summer is here. Like, I kind of want Ozzy just to be on his own. And there's nothing wrong with some really well-deserved self-love. But I'm thinking, this was a spectacular disaster that I'm thinking, yeah, Ozzy, just enjoy you. You kind of messed things up with Dahlia. It didn't quite work out. So maybe you should just go solo at the end of camp. Yeah, we'll just go solo. It didn't quite work out, so it's all good. Spare us the embarrassment.
I brought sunscreen.
It's all good. It's all good. Because Ozzy is such a cutie. They deserve all the best in the world, so it's all good. Boop.
All right.
You decide not to ask anyone to be your summer honey. You're too addicted to this new mobile game called Lonely Logs. It's sort of like Tetris, except you're stacking logs in formations, and it's only single player. And if you ever find a significant other, you lose your high score. So you shirked physical and emotional connection with another person for an app game. I bet you're never gonna regret that choice. Nah, just kidding. You totally regretted it. When the meteor shower came, you're all showered with loneliness and despair. Also, some chuckle fuck named Virgil the Virgin stole your spot on the Lonely Logs leaderboard. Damn you, addictive mobile games! I love this game so much. And you know what? That's okay. We had an amazing first romance, so it's fine. I'm fine with this. Before we knew it, those weeks were gone. It felt like a hot minute, and it felt like an entire lifetime. That night, as we saw summer coming to an end, we all wondered what would come next to us. It felt like the end of something big. Little did we know, life still had many wonders and misadventures in store for us. Now I'm older and I can see it, how those years became the foundation of the mythology of our lives. Broken hearts turned tragedies sung for centuries. Wild nights became epics treasured forever. Every kiss and every laugh is now a constellation we'll always find while gazing into the starry night, no matter how many years go by. Even today, I can still close my eyes and I'm there. On that last summer night. With all my friends around that campfire. So young and unafraid. And so ready to start. Oh god, that was spectacular. If that doesn't just reflect the complete polar fucking opposites of this game. Our first romance with Milo went so well. We had wins across the board. And we succeeded in romancing our ever elusive, beautiful Bone Bay. I love them so much. Doom. Fogmaster and Doom, you guys are too nice. Thank you. And in this attempt to romance Dahlia, we failed in spectacular fashion. But we had so much fun while doing it. So you know what? It's fine. It's fine. This is a game where even if things don't work out the way you hoped, it's fine. Because you have so many laughs along the way. But I was trying to get sleepy. So I think with that, we're going to be heading into the end of the stream. Not quite yet though, because the gallery has now been made available on this game. So let's have a look at what we've already unlocked. Yeah, there's some fluff in there. This game is so... I just love this game so much. I've sung its praises again and again. The team behind it is fantastic. And the game itself is amazingly funny, as you guys have already seen. So, if you want to... If this is something that you're interested in romancing all these amazing characters and seeing what different endings you can get, because there are so many endings to this game. So many different events. I cannot recommend picking this game up. You can get it on Steam, on the Nintendo Switch. It's so much fun. Just gonna check something. But we succeeded in what I wanted to succeed in, which was romancing Milo, and I'm so happy. Oh, Pugmaster, I have played Until Dawn. I have it on the PlayStation, and I love that game as well. It's so, so good. And I did get the ending where I saved everyone, and I was so proud of myself. But I'm thinking this is going to be the last time I stream this game, at least for a while. So thank you so much, Beautiful Glitch, for making such an amazing game. We love it so much. It's a hell of a game. But let us see what we unlocked in the time that we were playing this. So, the endings. You get to see all the reactions for all of our beautiful characters if we're not successful in romancing. Oh, beautiful, beautiful cuties. Dahlia, yes. Yeah, that was essentially what happened just now. And that's what happened previously several times, much to my dismay. And then this happened, and yes. This happened, and it was glorious. And you also, even if you only unlock it for one character, like, because I believe it was Blue that we romanced with Calculester, you still get to see what it would look like with the other characters as well, which is really, really cute. These two are so fucking wholesome, and I love it so much. And of course, this ending that we got. Thank you, Damien. And my favorite ending. My favorite ending. After many weeks of trial and error. Yes. My bone bay. Just give me a moment, guys. Okay, next. And of course, we managed to succeed in romancing the wonderful, wonderful Joy. So, enjoy. She was a great character as well. There were so many great characters, like, because you got to meet a lot of her exes. They had such amazing character designs and it was so much fun. And of course, the Uravi romance ending that we got, which was magnificent. But those are all the endings that we've unlocked. And as you can tell, there's a lot of endings to this game. Most of which we have not unlocked, but that's what I'm going to leave for you guys to try and unlock. These are just like the backgrounds for the different options, including the bear, which was great. This was a really nice scene as well. That was in one of our previous, less successful attempts to romance Milo, which is cute. Oh, the trials and tribulations of Antonio the Ant. That was so cute. This is great as well. Yes. Now, characters. I believe... Okay, no, we had to have encountered her during the game to see what the other DLC option, but oh no, it doesn't show you the original monster options. It does show you like the unlocked outfits. He looks so cute in turquoise. And kitty. Dahlia, of course, looking like a beast. Fuck yes. Ah, they're all so cute. Damien, my boy. I love Damien so much. He was like my go-to when I was playing Monster Prom. I love him so much. And I love his development in this game as well. And of course the gorgeous Joy. Looks amazing as always in everything she wears. Oh my god, I love that outfit so much. And I love Milo. Sorry, they're just so pretty. They're so pretty and I love them so much. Oh, they're... just the toenails are pink as well. Sorry. They're just so cute. I love them so much. And you get to see some more details on the side characters as well. Like this gorgeous gal who we got to previously encounter. Oh, that's cool. And she has an eye on her tail as well. That's awesome. Yeah, so we get to see more of... He's a D&D nerd. I love it. Lich Boy, of course. Honestly, there are just so many hot, like, side characters. I want to romance all of them. Like, especially this dude. Like, I love dryads and like forest nymphs as well. Just, yes. He looks so peaceful as well. Like, he looks like he gives really good hugs. Yes. Oh my god. I love this game. Cutie. And Coach as well. He looks like he gives good hugs too. And, how you doing? I'm just saying, I have a type. I'm well aware of that. I like the pretty boys. Oh god, I love this game. He's so edgy and extra. Like, look at that nail armor. Cutie patootie. Asshole. Thank you for the hydrate check, Sam. Much appreciated. Oh my god, this game. This fucking game. So magnificent. So magnificent. Doom, it's obvious I'm smitten with Strahd, but like in this game, Milo, I'm the one. Milo has completely taken my heart, but and yes, we finally got to encounter you, my dear. I don't think we actually caught their name. That's awesome. Sleep well tonight, guys. She's coming for you, and she's got anchovies and pineapple on pizza. Look at her. Look into those eyes. She's got 2 stuffed crust pizzas, both with pepperoni and pineapple. Stare into it. But she's so awkward as well. I love her. And these 2 trash goblins who are adorable, and I love them. Polly. Looking adorable as always. Fuck, yes. Scott. I love you, Scott. He's a good boy. He's such a good boy. The bear. Okay, thanks. Oh, goody. We get to see more details about the X's. That's so cool. I love these designs. All of the character designs in this game are just so unique and amazing. Just, oh, I love this game. She's so thirsty. And yes, okay, I'm gonna be the one to admit it. I like pineapple on pizza if it's a Hawaiian pizza. Not every pizza, but if there's a Hawaiian pizza, I'll grab a couple of slices, because, like, it's good. But if I'm gonna have, like, a meat lovers or, like, a pepperoni, fuck no to pineapple on that. It depends on what other flavors are on the pizza. Oh my god, you edgy thought. Oh, I remember his name is Gerard because he's such a MyChem fan. Fuck yes. But as you can see, there are many, many characters in this game. Many characters yet to meet. Many aspects of this game yet unexplored. But I'm going to leave that for you guys. Because I think I'm going to wrap it up here. So... This seems like a perfect time to wrap up tonight's stream. I'm just going to leave it on this image just for no reason in particular. But thank you so much for joining me tonight, guys. I had so much fun with Monster Camp. I loved being able to stream this game first day out. I hope you guys had a ton of fun with this as well. I highly recommend picking this game up. It's not hugely expensive, and you get so much out of it. There's so many endings, there's so many characters to meet, and there's so many different ways to romance them. So, but thank you so much for joining me tonight, guys. I had so much fun with this. I do have a game in mind that I'm going to be streaming next Friday, but I'm going to announce that later. For now, let's just wrap up tonight, and be sure to follow me up. I'll announce that in a second. First and foremost, I want to say thank you so much to all of the people who have bought subscriptions this evening, who have done bit drops, who have gifted subscriptions, you have no idea how much it means to me. I really want to be able to do this full time one day, voice acting, streaming, all that good stuff. So it really does mean the world to me that you decide to join me in my cozy little corner of the internet on a Friday night. So thank you so much for joining me tonight. And if you've been lurking in the shadows and you like what you've seen so far, especially this, please consider hitting that follow button. We would love to have you back at the Blue Rose Respite. You are more than welcome anytime. And be sure to follow me on Twitter at StephSwanQuills, and be sure to check out my YouTube at Stephanie Swan Quills as well. I will not be streaming this Sunday because I will be doing my live narration on my Discord for my VIP members. So if you've recently got a subscription, a Twitch sub, be sure to join the Discord. You can do that via your PC. And be sure to join us on Sunday evening as we do our monthly live narration. So be sure to join me next Friday for a new game, which, while it may not be as raunchy as Monster Camp, don't worry, there's still plenty of thirst going to be going around. So thank you so much for joining me tonight, guys. And remember, especially now with the way things are in the world, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And as always, stay wicked and wonderful. Good night, guys.